Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's everyone
Or
doing?
morning.
Morning
Good.
for me, yep. 10 a.m. here in Canada. We're changing to our daylight savings this Sunday. So it's going to get confusing again. But what I'll do once daylight savings has changed, I'll just send a message telling when we start at Greenwich Mean Time. That would be useful.
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be
Just the same as it was last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we going...
It's just this week that we're on different time. Next
Oh.
week will be the same again.
Okay,
Yeah, I
'cause
think so.
we're going backwards. So
Oh.
yeah, we're
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, so did we.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just this 1 week we're slightly out of sync.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, so welcome back to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Nice to have you guys along again. Let's see what trouble you guys get up to this week. We had a child with a busted nose. And then some nice tunes from Coon kind of made things a little bit better. Anyway, the mood of the Witchlight Carnival is slightly better than usual. A little bit more upbeat. So a little bit more upbeat, so things are good. You were thinking about going into the Dragonfly rides, but the treant who, dudes who was dropping all those sycamore seeds, man, he was going around and doing the opening festivities around here. But you guys decided to head into the feasting orchard, which is where we can head to now. To Matilda, Idylix, Coon, and Astreus. You enter into the... Are we going to the feasting? Let's get some feasting door sounds. This just ready to go. Feasting orchard, here we go. So as you enter the feasting orchard, music and mirth radiate from this park. The heady scents of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. Stilt walkers pluck fruit from trees. Musicians drum, pipe, and strum. Everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard. Is my feasting all going? No, it's not going. There we go. Okay, can everybody... Well, let's drag you over to the orchard. Can everybody please make me a perception check, please?
Ooh.
Let's set it up with the first roll of the session, the fifth tone for the session.
Ooh.
Oh, extremes. What are we missing? Straights. Yeah, well... Deluxe, Coon, and Astreus. This is a very cool place. I mean, everybody does notice there is some type of cake eating contest happening. There seems to be lots of custard spilled everywhere around the eating table. So you can check that out if you like. But you notice Matilda. Off on a tree is a musician, a bard. Looks like a gnome. And she's plucking away merrily at her harp. And she's kind of looking at you and smiling. And when you catch her eye, she looks away.
Matilda's going to shout out, "Are you shy?"
to the gnome playing the instrument.
Yes.
She says, no, silly Matilda. I am not shy at all.
How do you know my name? Witchcraft! No, that's me.
Well, why don't you come over and say hi, Matilda? Bring all your friends as well.
I wouldn't do that.
Please say hi to the... It's kind of weird, but if I have you guys with me, it wouldn't be as creepy.
Of course, I would love to meet the bard. See if it's like an honest competition,
Oh, yes.
or just a charlatan.
If you need me, I'll be there.
Of course, need all my friends.
Well, let's go then.
Is the shy furball coming along, Astreus?
He is, yeah.
Okay, so you all wander around to it. And she says, well, I'm so rude. I know your names, but I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Eliwick Tumblestrum, and it's an absolute pleasure to meet you all. Nice of you to come over to Astreus. I do know that you're the shy sort, so an absolute pleasure to have you here as well.
How do you know my name?
But the best way to get to know someone is to listen to the music that they play. Tell me, Adult, do you play the instrument or do you just carry it around like a show person? Is it merely a look or can you actually play that thing?
Idlux shakes his head. He doesn't play any instruments.
Oh, I'm getting confused. Coon, sorry, Coon. Coon!
Oh, I play. We
Huh?
could play together if we find a song that we both know.
Oh, you should start strumming one of the songs you know. I'm sure I'll pick
I'll start playing "Devil Went Down to Georgia."
it up. What
it's the most appropriate song for a duel.
Okay, Coon, give me a performance check. And Eliwix starts listening, and she starts tapping her beat, and she starts ripping, and you guys go back and forth. You like play a very complicated tune with your 20 performance, and then she adds a little bit of more complexity, harmonizing, playing off the riffs, adding extra trillers and stuff in there. Goes back to you, you try and keep up, and it goes back and forth for this about 5 minutes, and it sounds absolutely wonderful. I mean, your 20 performance is very much complemented by Eliwick Tumblestring. It goes back and forth, and people start going around and start clapping along. I mean, there is music coming from this orchard, but not nearly as fine as those played by Coon and Eliwick. And finally, she finishes with a very, very, very complicated riff. Let's see if you can catch up with the last bit of the performance, Coon. Make me another performance check. Yeah, a little bit lost at the end. Eliwick is obviously a very, very accomplished. You just, Coon, that was marvelous. Usually people get confused after a few bars, but that was truly magnificent. Well done.
Well, seems I still have something to learn, but I can't speak highly enough of your talent. That was amazing from your part.
Well,
On your
thank you. Now, I believe you had a question for me, Astreus?
Well, it was just, how did you know my name? How do you know all of our names?
Well, I was, shall we say, here 8 or so years ago, and I bumped into you. Let's just suffice to say that I don't forget a face.
Well, that explains it, and I guess.
I'm sorry, I don't remember you though, but we were children then, so...
Yes, you were. And tell me, have you found down your lost things yet?
Well, I think we know who have them, but... some... hags, was it? Hags?
Mm-hmm.
Evil witches?
Mine's called Pavlona Blightstraw. I need to
Oh.
find her.
She's an absolutely vile woman, as indeed all are of the lovely coven, the Hourglass Coven, as they call themselves. You know, witches, hags, they excel in threes. So don't be surprised that there are 3 of them. But tell me, how are you going to meet these things? What is your plan? What is your desire? How will you get your lost things back?
Well, we don't know yet. We're still, I guess, asking around, seeing how we can get to them. Do you have any information on that? Any ideas how we can get to them and get our things back?
Eliwick looks as if she's going to sneeze, as is Malcolm. Malcolm controls it. Still hanging
Look
around,
into
so
the light.
Oh, there we go. He says, well, of course, everything at the Witchlight is not how it seems. In Mars, I'd start hunting around for illusions. That would be my advice. Like, do you see that tree over there? And she points to a tree that's covered in, like, the autumn colors, the reds, oranges, and yellows. So see that tree over there? That's not really there. And you look closely, and the tree kind of shimmers a little bit as if it's not quite there. Then you turn around to look at Eliwick, and she's not there.
Well done. How close was she to us? Can we can Kun go to that place and just wave his arm in the space that she occupied earlier to see if she's invisible or actually gone?
Sure, you go over to the rock that she was perched on and wave your hand over. She's not there. Everybody can make me another perception check though, if you like, see if you can spot her.
Perception.
Yeah, perception. So, Edelix, you're still staring at the tree. The oak. Strayus, you have a good look around. Using your keen Furbolg eyes. And you even start looking at the little tracks around her, looking for little gnome-like tracks.
I don't think she was real. She's not left any tracks.
Ah, this is so spooky and scary. I love it.
It seems like witchcraft.
Maybe she just was projecting an illusion from somewhere else. Maybe from some other tree, or maybe she was hiding in a bush or behind that big tank of custard.
Or she's in the tank of custard, so we should eat the tank of custard, right? All of it.
We can try. Do you think it's allowed? Can we just help ourselves?
Well, we could probably find out. I'd like to go diving in some custard. That sounds sort of fun.
You do notice,
What?
speaking of custard, there is a... oh, sorry. There is some type of eating contest happening. And you see one of the tables. There's 2 interesting things here, actually, that you notice. There's a contest table, and it's piled high with small glazed cupcakes, each filled with a dollop of berry custard. And it seems pretty obvious. The goal is simple. Eat as many cupcakes as you can within 60 seconds. And there's also another one. You see this, looks like a drow actually, staring directly into the eyes of a cyclops. These huge, massive, giant-sized things. And they're staring at each other. The cyclops is not blinking at all. And finally, oh, damn it, and she blinks. There's some type of staring contest going in between a cyclops and a contestant. And it seems whoever blinks last is the winner.
Matilda, would you like to take part in the cupcake eating contest? Try saying that 3 times in a row.
Cupcake eating contest. Yeah, yes.
Well, let's go. I'll give you one of my famous inspirational words before you do it, so you have a little extra edge against the others.
So you approach the table, and there's a contest going on at the moment. There's this little wee halfling girl, and she's just stuffing in custards right next to her. And right next to her is this massive half-orc, and he's shoveling in cupcakes just as fast. And as the timer counts down, the little halfling continues to pile down the cupcakes. And then the ogre, the half-orc, turns greener, even greener than it usually does. Then a huge spray of cupcakes, custard, just projectile vomits across into this little kind of vomitorium right in front of him. And the announcer raises a hand. Congratulations, JC Willowwatch! And the crowd goes, roar! As this little halfling just destroys the half-orc. Next contestants, please step right up this way.
Oh, me!
Oh, yes, little goblin girl. As we've seen from the previous contestant, size does not matter. So step up. What about you, my furball friend? You could surely meet this tiny little goblin girl. You're 3 times the size of her, maybe 4.
I don't want to compete against my friend.
Oh, I'll sign you up for the next one. No problem. What about you, my gleaming friend? Addressing Edalix.
He shows him his book and asks if it's free or does it cost a ticket.
Cost 1 ticket punch to enter.
Then Idolux thinks he should stand over this one. He don't want to join.
It's okay. I know you don't want to get shown up by a little goblin girl. No problem. Get a big slap on the back. And what about you, my musical friend? I heard those tunes you were playing, and I must say they were simply magnificent. If you can eat half as well as you can play, then this is a cinch.
I would like to, but like my friend earlier said, I would rather compete against a stranger than my friend, if possible.
Well, here's... well, you see up there's Matilda. For some reason, the little halfling girl has come up again. She was introduced as JC. She seems ready to go for a 2nd time. And a third person, a young human female dressed in green. And he says, well, seems we have a 3-way race this time. We have Matilda, the bottomless stomach. What's your last name, sweetheart?
Cat's Claw.
Matilda, the bottomless cat's claw. And JC, the undefeated Willow Rush. And Kaya Schumacher, the shoemaker. Are you ready to go? And they just pile up lots of cupcakes in front of Matilda, JC, and Kaya, the human. So we have gnome versus halfling versus human. And someone sidles up to Kuhn and say, hey bro, who do you think's gonna win?
Well, my money would be on Matilda.
Money? I think JC's gonna wipe the floor with that little goblin girl. She's really got any stomach. She's gonna pop. What do you say? Gold piece on it.
Okay, it's a deal.
There's a Kuhn 1 GP on Matilda. Oh, what about you, my rather large friend? Silver piece, who do you think's gonna win?
Again, I think my friend Matilda will win.
You got a gold piece to put your money where your mouth is? That's an expression, please don't eat the coin.
Oh, okay. I do have gold, yes.
Okay, done. You also have Astraeus with 1 gold pieces on Matilda. Now I can tell you're with these friends as well, my minstrel friend. I'd say another gold piece on Matilda.
Idolix shakes his head. He's not a gambler.
Okay. Alright. So the carnival presenters. Now! Please, stagehands! Pile up as many cupcakes as you can in front of these fine competitors. And Matilda, as you sit down on the seat, the pile of cupcakes, you have to strain on tippy toes just to see over top of it. JC's just kind of casually looking around, while Kaya is, you see her mimicking ways that she could do it. I put a cupcake in my left hand, stuff it in. Put a cupcake in my right hand, stuff it in. Repeat, repeat, repeat. You see me taking it pretty seriously. And the announcer says, Matilda, JC, Kaya, on your marks. You got 60 seconds, remember? Your marks. Get set. Go! Now I am going to need you, Matilda, as you start shoving these fairy cake stuffed with custard into your mouth. What's your constitution modifier?
+2.
And remember, you have inspiration from Kun, if you need it.
Probably will.
You want me to cast Bless as well?
No, I don't think that's ability, just saving throws and attack rolls. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Maybe you'll have to roll for a Constitution saving throw to not vomit.
Yeah.
Maybe. I have a guidance as well, but I don't know if that's gonna be helpful or even possible to guide you with anything.
We'll get to it. Your constitution modifier was 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you start shoving cupcakes in your mouth. In the first 3 seconds, you start shoveling them down. And you figure in 6 seconds, you can safely shove 5 cupcakes into your mouth. Now, Matilda, are you going to try and shove any more into your mouth?
Oh, yes.
How many?
Just go full hog on everything in possible view, just to get the appearance of this wild goblin.
Well, how many are you going for? You can do 5 safely.
5 safely. I'll go. Say 8.
8. Okay. So can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? DC 15. Oh, sorry. How many did you say? 3 additional ones, was it?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, DC 13. Make me a
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so you chug them down, no problem. JC is going to try the same thing. She's going to go for, so what's your running total? So you shoved in 8 donuts, 8 cupcakes over. JC is going to try and shove 15 into her mouth. So that's going to be... And she shoves a total of 15 in her mouth, no problem. And she turns around and scoffs at Matilda. And through mouth the cupcake, she sure. And Kaya is going to try and shove in 10. And she shoves in 10 as well. Matilda, you're going behind. Shoving it in, shoving it in, shoving it in. The next round comes around. Matilda, how many are you going to try and shove in your mouth?
12.
12. So can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? DC 17. that's right, DC 17. Con saving throw. Oh! Come on! You shove some in, and some of it start rooting out your nose, and you can't help but vomit. And roll me a d8 if you'd be so kind, Matilda.
I don't think I'll reach that with inspiration.
Well,
Unfortunately.
this is the only time this will ever happen to you, probably in your entire D&D career. You take 1 point of custard damage. And you went for... How many was it? How many did you put in?
12.
Okay, so you put in 20. Okay, JC is going to try and shove in another 10. JC, no problem. She's got 25 in her mouth. Kaya's going to go for 15 herself. Oh my goodness. She just absolutely botches it and takes 3 points of custard damage. She's got them in her mouth. But she's on 3 hit points worth of custard damage, but she's still hanging in there. JC's very much ahead. She's still shoveling it up and scoffing at the both of you. Because you're hit by 5 cupcakes. Matilda, how many are you going to try and shove in your mouth? You're not gonna
I'll
die,
go
really.
for...
Yep, you're not going to die.
11.
11, so that's a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh! This is not my forte. I miss Stallo.
You put it in. Custard starts coming out and squirting out your mouth. Roll me another D8. Have you taken enough custard points that would have knocked you out, Matilda?
Yep.
Yep.
I have 7 more hit points.
Can I cast Healing Word on Matilda as she's puking all over the place?
You can. Keep in mind a couple of things. People are waging money on this competition. You're absolutely welcome to, but people might take offense if they notice you cast.
Oh yeah,
type
it's
of
not.
magic on Matilda.
So it's against the rules, basically.
Well, I'm telling you, people are betting on it, and
Yeah.
if you're adjusting the odds, people might get upset about it.
Okay, so
leave it
yeah.
for you to make that decision.
Well, it looks is pretty lawful, so he doesn't want to be a cheater. So if it's like some kind of untold rules, he won't do it.
Yeah, untold rules. At the very least, if you failed, you'd probably get a beating.
Yeah.
But Matilda, yeah, you try and get it up, and then finally it comes out your nose, and the custard from your nose goes into your mouth, and that's too much, and you just technicolor vomit spray and fall over, unable to stuff in a single more cupcake.
I'll do it.
Okay.
He doesn't like seeing Matilda go down, so he runs up and casts Cure Wounds on her.
Before or after she technicolor vomits, which will put her out of the competition?
After.
After. Okay, so I'm gonna say, just got me rolling all these things, is a 75% chance that JC is going to win. You roll a D100. Yeah, so JC wins, no problems. Kaya just vomits all over the place. And you can go up and cure wounds on him if you like, but I'm going to save you the spell slot. He naturally recovers her. The custard hit points was just to see how much she could take. So feel free to maintain that spell slot.
Okay.
But yeah, that was messy. It's just phrased as custard
Okay.
damage. Yeah. And then Matilda, feeling very green, stomps off the stage and says, JC, the bottomless willow wash runs again! And JC raises her hand, woo! I am the best in the world! No one will ever defeat me! Woo, woo, woo! And then she flexes, which is very unimpressive, but she can apparently put down some food.
Flabby flex.
And then the man who is betting with you two says, hey buddy, you owe me a gold piece.
I think I do, and I hand it over.
And
Well played.
Stress? Oh, for a bulk print. Gold piece from you two, please.
Yeah, okay.
And he sidles off.
This is why you don't bet.
Sorry, guys, I let you down. Oh, my stomach. Matilda is going to go up to the guy running the competition, try to find her bucket of vomit and just hold it and ask, "Can I keep this as a souvenir?"
You want to keep a bucket of vomit?
Yeah, my mother always told me this is good stuff.
Ah, those buckets are expensive. 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
You're prepared to add to your inventory in D&D Beyond 1 bucket of custard vomit. I don't know, maybe that's going to be the thing that defeats the big bad evil guy at the end of the campaign. A bucket of vomit to the face.
Oh yeah, indeed.
So we're starting a new round. Our friend JC Willywash, still undefeated. Who is the next contestant? Step right up, step right up.
I guess Kuhn will go since he applied earlier.
Hey, fantastic. So we have the mighty Coon. Anybody else?
That doesn't sound nice when you call him a mighty coon.
It looks he's gonna raise his hand as well. He's hungry, but he don't want to eat too much.
You want to enter an eating competition, but not eat too much. Perhaps you've missed the point of the competition, my friend.
That's all right.
So you're joining in Idylix?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your con modifier, Idylix?
+3.
Ooh, +3. You can safely put down 6 into your mouth, no problem. What's your constitution modifier?
Same, +3.
So you two can safely put down 6 into your gullet, no problem. Hey, the man comes up to Astray and says, hey, buddy, double or nothing. What do you say, 2 gold pieces on this one? Like your old JC against, who do you think's gonna win? Come on. 2 gold pieces this time. Make your money back, make a profit.
Well, I think Kuhn's going to win, but I'm not betting.
Come on, maybe just a silver piece then.
No. There's
You're
nothing
no
to
fun.
gain.
I'll bet. I want to bet on Kuhn.
How much? How much? 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, she'll
Five
take
gold
out five gold pieces.
Right, this is a big bet. So Matilda, you have 5 on Kuhn, not Idylix. Kuhn?
Don't bet on me, Deluxe.
Don't forget to take your ticket punches off as well.
Yeah.
And
By the way, before we start, can I cast Bless on both me and Q?
And I'll inspire him like I did Matilda.
Just, don't save your slot.
Matilda is going to stand. I'm not sure how close the audience is to the table, but as close as she could be to JC and just either in eye view of her and not of Kuhn and Idylux, and just swirl around the bucket of vomit and try to let the smell get to her or something, just to appear as gross as possible.
okay, so we'll start with Matilda. Why don't you make me a performance check to see how gross this bucket of vomit looks?
Okay.
Make me a performance
So-
check.
You know what? I'm also going to use the bardic inspiration I didn't, so that's a d6, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there we go.
JC is going to get disadvantage on her saving throws.
Oh.
Okay. And now, Idolix, you're welcome to cast Bless. It's the same thing as what Astraeus was trying to do. I mean, Matilda is kind of doing the fun and games thing, and you see people do this all the time, trying to make people gag by doing throwing up sounds. Bless is a different thing. You're bringing magic into a competition that has at least 5 gold pieces doing it. Do you wish to cast it? You can try and do it subtly if you like.
It's still cheating, isn't it?
It's still what, sir?
Cheating. Like, make
yes.
unfair advantage.
Yes. I mean, JC is
Yeah,
just... You've seen people doing this already in this competition, trying to make people throw up. I mean, the rule is as long as you don't touch them, and as long as you don't cast magic on them, then everything else is fair game.
Okay, but you can cast magic on ourselves.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't affect Kuhn or Idolix or JC.
Okay. Is anyone else in the competition using magic we can see? Like,
Make
are
a
they doing
perception
it?
check. Make a perception check.
Ooh. Ah.
And you look around. I mean, there's the stage at the front with this kind of big trough in the front where all the vomit goes. And everybody else is kind of on trestle tables, eating mead, drinking wine. Some of them are eating these fairy cupcakes as well, but not in the same amount that you guys are. Doesn't appear that anybody else is casting magic. There's a lot of friendly bets going on.
Okay. If I don't see anyone else casting magic, then I won't do it either.
Okay. Very good. So, once again, we have the undefeated JC. And you hear the child chanting, JC, JC, JC. And then JC looks around and she's Matilda doing her things and she... I got this, friends, don't worry. I've got this. Will you stop that? She's glaring at Matilda.
She's gonna do her best witchy laugh.
So we have the quintessential Coon, the undefeated JC, the bottomless stomach Willow Rush, and Idolix, the ideal eater. Okay, on your marks, get set, eat. Okay, so you guys, everybody, Coon and Idolix, you can safely consume 6 cupcakes, no problem. Do you want to go for any more?
I think I'd like to try 8 at the first round.
8? Okay,
Yeah.
so let's make me a Constitution saving throw, Idolix.
Ooh.
Going for 8. You chug down 8, no problem. A total of 14. Coon, how many do you wish to go for?
I'll go with 10 for now.
10's 4, so DC 14 Constitution save. What did I say? DC 4? Oh my goodness, Coon, not a good start. You start shoving these cupcakes into your mouth, and maybe it's Matilda. Maybe the sheer viciousness of Matilda's mocking gets to you. Only a D8.
Who's rolling the
Me, it rolled in the D&D Beyond, but it didn't show in roll 20. I rolled a 2.
Okay. Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring the campaign tracker thingamajig in D&D Beyond so I can see the rolls. But that is actually, yeah, so take 2 points of custard damage. Yes, I see your 2 there. So Coon, maybe it's Matilda going up, but no problem. So you, how many did you take? 10 was it Coon?
Yes.
10. So you've consumed 16. JC is feeling ill. She's going to go for 10 as well. She's a constitutional saving. At disadvantage, of course. Haha! On her dice, she rolls a 19 and a 20. So she does
Wow.
have no problem, and she gobbles it down. Haha! Try again, little goblin girl, as she continues to stuff custard into her face. Coon, next round, how many are you going to try and consume?
8.
8.
Trying to learn my lesson.
So 8. DC 12 Constitution save. No problem, continuing to shove food into your mace. Adilix.
How is my stomach feeling after eating 8?
Pretty
Like,
good, actually. Pretty good.
like, do I have? Can I safely eat 8 more or 6 more, 5
It's up to
more?
you. 8 was a little bit of a struggle, but you got it down.
Okay. If it was a little bit of a struggle, I think I'll go down to 6.
Keep in mind, 6 you can do perfectly safely.
Okay, 7 then.
7. Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Oh man, the 7 was too much.
You can
Well,
use the inspiration.
Did you use it?
Yeah, I inspired you. You have a d6. So with a 5 or a 6, you. Oh.
To roll your custard damage.
A D8. Oh god.
Are you still with it, Idilix? You still up?
yeah, I'm still up.
Okay. Now, JC. Let's see. Come on, the maximum number. She's going to go for another 10. So, at disadvantage, she rolls this time. She rolls a natural 1. Matilda finally gets to her, and she pops. Why don't you do the honors, Matilda, and roll me a d8. I'll give you a clue. She has 8 hit points. 8?
Oh, who should I roll?
Yeah, Matilda. Matilda.
Yes,
the
yes.
one mucking around with her.
Oh.
Takes 1 hit points of damage. But she successfully gets down the 10, holding on to it. And that says, this is fantastic. No one has ever lasted for JC for this long. This is truly magnificent. And the crowd is still chanting JC's name. JC! JC! Coon, how many this time?
Let's go with another 8 like before.
Another 8, so Constitution saving throw, DC 12. Thickly coloured vomit. Roll me a D8 and that'll be your custard damage.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh, wow. If only someone had...
I'm not down. I have 1 more hit point.
Oh! How many did you consume again? It was 10?
10.
10. Idilix, you're falling way behind on this custard eating competition. How many do you want to try this time?
I'm gonna safely eat 6. Like,
6.
I'm not in it to win, I'm in it to get a meal. But I want to get my money's worth.
Yeah. Now keep in mind the maximum turns we'll have on this is 6. And this is round 4. But you can absolutely turn down 6, no problem at all.
Oh, nice, I'll do that.
Okay, JC is going to go for another 10 again. Once again, still looking at Matilda doing absolutely disgusting things. And so oh man, now once again you get into the head of JC Matilda. And she gets her 10 cupcakes down, but then she laughs a little bit. Keeps eating. Roll me a D8. She's on 7 hit points now. And JC just falls down to her knees, and not only the donut, the fairy cake that she's eaten this time, but the fairy cake she's eaten in the previous 3 competitions come out as well. And you look at just this vomit just exude from this, just get ejected from this halfling. everybody stops, including Kuhn and Idolix, and you just watch this little girl ejecting vomit that seems far larger than her body mass. And she takes a breath and just an enormous amount of vomit comes out. And the people are just shocked that they've lost. Now it's Idolix versus Kuhn. Kuhn. There's one. How many times this time, Kuhn?
Another 8.
Another 8. Make me a Constitution saving throw DC 12. No problem. Idolix?
Yeah, I'm going for 6.
6. Okay, got down 6. No problem. Now for the last round of the competition. Before the timer comes up and the minute is elapsed. Kuhn, how many this time?
Let's go for 10.
Okay, DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Oh man, you're on 1 hit point.
Oh shit, that's true.
And Idolix, they say congratulations, Idolix. You are the champion. You've defeated the undefeatable. You have defeated the mighty JC Willowrush. And JC Willowrush is still vomiting up as you say this. And as a prize for defeating the undefeatable, we present you with this fantastic potion. Feel free to take one of those.
Wait, what? Did I win?
You did. You did.
Oh.
You defeated that. Now,
So,
if Kuhn was thinking a bit clearer, Kuhn could have taken 6 safely eaten cupcakes, won the competition, and saved Matilda 5 gold pieces, because Kuhn did not win the competition.
That's true.
It won the competition.
We can't game the. No, we can't. What's it called? Betting.
Yeah. The fixing.
Yeah. Yeah, fixing bets. Yeah.
Oh, God bless you for being innocent. And the guy sidles up to Matilda. Oh, goblin girl, you owe me some money.
Okay. But you bet on JC, right?
No. Right you are, fair cop, all square and square. Slaps you on the back. Good playing with you. It's always fun with a bit more money on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You bet on JC. So, yeah, but so you didn't. You could have made 5 gold pieces for Matilda, but she's never going to lose it.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Kuhn is unconscious on the floor because I had 1 hit point left, and whatever I roll on a d8, I go to 0.
Well, technically, it's not 0 hit points. It's just your custard pool, as it were. So
Okay.
you're still on 8 hit points, or whatever your maximum hit points are, or just a way of tracing it. So you feel sick. Custard is still coming out your nose and your mouth, but technically you're okay. It's just a matter of just how it tracks hit points. And
It
more
looked well.
contestants come up. Yep.
I was just saying that it looks we'll go and fetch a cup of water for Kuhn, so we can try to wash away the cupcake left in his system, I guess.
Thank you. And I'll use prestidigitation to clean everyone's clothes from the vomit. Unless Matilda doesn't want me to.
No, it's okay. I can prestidigitate myself. That sounds dirty, but yeah. Matilda is going to try to sell her bucket of vomit to any of the audience nearby. And did you see what I could do? I psyched out the great JC with this. And she's actually going to become nauseous herself and remember she's actually poisoned, which I totally forgot. So, yeah.
So you see, the first person you approach is a very noble high elf. Oh my goodness! Oh, you're trying to sell vomit to me, you vile little girl?
Yes.
Make a persuasion
best.
check at disadvantage.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, yeah. That's oh, didn't show up. Let's see.
Right.
6, yeah.
No, get away from me. You know what? Just take this copper piece and please just leave my presence, you disgusting little creature. And she doesn't give you a copper piece, but she throws a copper piece in your direction.
Oh, you're such a flatterer.
Just leave. Do not talk to me. Don't ever approach me again. Children, avert your eyes from this creature. And all these her children just staring at you, slack-jawed. No, turn around. And she
flirting.
physically turns the children around.
She's flirting with me.
Oh, you flatter yourself, Goblin Girl. Just leave this place this instant. Get away from my sight. You disgust me.
She's going to turn around, just a big grin on her face, and go, ha, that's the best thing I've heard in all my life. The best insults. Oh, tastes so sweet.
If you like, you could try and sell it to 2 more groups of people who wish to continue selling.
No, I won't. I'll just stealthily just leave the bucket at the side and just go, I'm not a grifter. This is not my thing. I'm bored now. Should we go do something else?
You see there is
Yes.
a Cyclops staring contest in this feasting orchard. You can check that out if you like.
That seems something you could do, Astraeus.
Yes. I'm good at staring at the stars. What's staring in someone's eyes?
You can imagine that the Cyclops' eye is a star. And try to read it.
Well, one eye looks like the moon. Yes, I would like to go try on the Cyclops.
Fellow Goblin, my fellow Matilda anyway, is doing next door. Oh, hello! My Furbolg friend. Surely you'd like to outstare the Cyclops? Those deep eyes, it should be no problem for you whatsoever.
Yes, I would like to give it a go.
Okay. Well, the 1 ticket punch, please.
Oh. Is it not free?
Oh, it looks will come up with his ticket and offer it in place of Astraeus's.
Okay.
Are you sure?
He's sure,
Yeah.
no problem, and he takes your ticket, gives it a punch, and hands it back.
Oh. That's what friends are for. He just looks at his ticket that's got no punches in it and smiles a little bit.
Okay, and you look closely at this Cyclops. You do notice that it's illusionary. It's not really there. But competitions of this rule are simple, my dear Furbolg friend. So my best friend here, the Furbolg, versus the Cyclops. Whoever stares last managed to outstare each other wins. So,
But he's not real.
you'll be fine. It's programmed from the very likeness of a Cyclops. Does everything a Cyclops would do, can blink as long as a Cyclops could, and it has the advantage of it doesn't go around trying to club people.
Have I ever seen it blink?
You've seen it blink. You see it. It's if it's an illusion, it's a very well programmed illusion. You see it. It's looking around and blinking at a normal rate of blinks. So you have seen it blinking.
Okay. Okay then, let's the staring contest.
Okay. Both contestants close your eyes. See the Cyclops' big lid go down. You close your eyes, Astraeus.
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go! And you open your eyes and you see this blue eye of the Cyclops just staring into you, boring into you. And you're obviously trying to keep both your eyes open. Can you make me a Constitution check, please? Not a saving throw, a Constitution check. You stare directly into his eyes and you see tears coming down from both tear ducts either side of the complex, and it's that other Cyclops. It starts shaking its head. You're really wanting to blink, but you're holding on, and then the Cyclops, boom, and eyes closes just a fraction before you. DC 14 Constitution save is exactly what you needed. And the kind of the storm says, congratulations to... What's your name, friend?
Astreus.
Astreus, congratulations, well done. And he has his big pile of very fancily wrapped prizes in a big huge bucket. Take one of these prizes, friend. Congratulations for winning.
Okay. So
Roll
does
me a
that mean to
D8.
take?
If you want to take one, roll me a D8. Ooh, okay. Can you roll me now a D100?
Ooh.
52. You get a pair of green leprechaun boots tied together by their laces.
I don't think these will fit me.
I'll think of it as a souvenir. Something to show the kids when you get back there.
Okay. And he just turns around and hands it to Idalux and goes, "You paid for it. I just wanted to win."
He'll hold up the pair of boots with his one finger and gratefully shake his head to Astreus. Maybe, aren't leprechaun lucky? Maybe it's a lucky token. Something like that.
I don't need luck.
He'll place it in his bag nonetheless.
What about you, young girl? You look like you're the type who could outstare anything. Perhaps you'd like to try and outstare the Cyclops. Saying to Matilda.
Okay.
Alright, give me your ticket. Punches the ticket.
Yep.
The Cyclops you kind of see is wiping the tears from the side of the eyes, obviously not very used to doing. Now we have the mighty... What's your name, sweetheart?
Matilda, Catsclaw.
Matilda Catsclaw versus the Cyclops. So close your eyes, contestants. Cyclops' big lid closes. Matilda, you closing your eyes? I feel I have to ask with Matilda.
Yes.
And on your marks, get set, go. Boom. The Cyclops eyes open. I'm assuming Matilda eyes open. And you stare at each other once again. And this time the Cyclops is growling a little. Is very annoyed to have lost to a furball. Same deal with you, Matilda Catsclaw. Roll me a Constitution check. It is speed simply plus your Constitution modifier.
Aww.
And you last maybe 5 seconds, and you blink. Oh, it's okay. Better luck next time. Why don't you have another go? Another ticket punch. Second time lucky.
Okay. Okay.
Another Constitution saving throw. And this time the Cyclops is staring back at Matilda and grinning. Same thing again. Close your eyes, open your eyes, and you last about a second longer this time, maybe 6 seconds before your eye blinks shut. Oh my goodness! Well, you know the competition now, little goblin, my little goblin friend Matilda Catsclaw. So why don't you, third time? This time you'll definitely get it. And look at these big box of prizes.
I was gonna stare wide-eyed at the prizes and go, yes!
Click. Third time lucky. Close your eyes. Open them on your marks. Get set. Go. What did you roll? You rolled a 4, a 6, and a 3 on the dice. And your eyes just almost Your eyes are looking a little weird at the moment. Oh, friend, I'm starting to feel a little bad. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Have a fourth time, and I'll let you pick a prize, even if you don't. I just feel so badly for you.
Okay.
So fourth ticket punch. Boom. Close your eyes. On your marks, get it, and you hear people start shouting, Matilda, 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 as they see how determined you are to win this. You know, the guy-
Matilda is.
Mhm.
Yeah, Matilda is also going to chant her name.
Hey, roll me a- Oh, sweet Jesus. And you hear the people say, give her a prize anyway. She's wasted half her tickets on this stupid game. Give her a prize. Give her a prize. Prize, prize, prize. And the proprietor, one of the hands at this carnival says, okay, 4 tickets, my goodness. You know you've blown almost half your tickets on this single game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a d8. Matilda? Okay. You get a wooden wand. You just
Ooh.
pick it out, and on the size of it, it says, this is a wand of prestidigitation.
Ah.
And it has 8 charges, but you can't be recharged. So in other words, you get you cast the prestidigitation cantrip 8 times.
Hmm.
I think there's a magic item for this. Let's just check. Oh, there we go. There's your wand of prestidigitation. You see how good
Nice.
it is, don't you, my sparkly friend? He says, admiring Idolix. Wow, just 1 ticket punch. You too can get such a fantastic wand.
Idolix will shake his head, but he makes a suggestion that maybe Kuhn should try.
Kuhn? Come on. Little goblin girl did
Sure.
it so easily. Take a
I'll
ticket
do it
punch.
once.
Punch. Same routine. Ask you to close your eyes. You open your eyes. Open your eyes and go.
By the way, Malcolm, before they start, can Idolix give Kuhn guidance?
Yes, you can.
Like while Matilda is still competing, so the eyes are on her, not on us.
Tell what you can do that. To get away with it successfully, you need to make me a sleight of hand check.
If it's cheating, Idolix wouldn't do that, but at the moment, I guess he don't know that. So if Kuhn could convince Idolix that it's okay, I guess he would, but he wouldn't do it if it's cheating.
Do you want to convince him, Koo?
No, if he's that much against cheating, I'll let him be. I have faith in my abilities, I guess.
Okay, so once again, the announcer tells you to both close eyes. Which the Cyclops eyes. You open your eyes, boom, and you start staring into the Cyclops eyes. Make me a constitution check. What I said? Constitution. Oh dear.
Yeah.
DC 14. Close your eyes. Look, you saw what happened to your little goblin friend here. Try again. You'll get there eventually.
That's fine. I just wanted to look at the Cyclops' eye once in my life.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for playing. Congratulations, Matilda, and congratulations, Astraeus, I think her name was. And he starts trying to harass other people to play and outsteer the Cyclops game.
Astraeus, or Idolix, any of you want this wand? I know I and Kuhn, we know this magic. Do any of you want it?
I wouldn't mind it, but if Idolix wants it more, he can have it.
Idolix shakes his head. He's not really that interested.
I'll give it to Astraeus. It lets you tidy up,
Thank you.
do some small magical stuff. It's really fun.
He's going to use one with prestidigitation. Can you have a look?
If you click
Yeah,
on the word
these-
prestidigitation in the one description, it'll take you to the page.
Well, it doesn't say, but I guess this is up to you. Basically, he waves the wand, and out comes literally little stars. Just
Oh,
fade away. Yeah.
absolutely, no problem. Yeah. I see shower of sparks, so shower of stars close enough. So yeah, you got a little trail of sparks. It's almost like a sparkler at Guy Fawkes time. You move it around, you can make little pens of stars as it disrupts from this wand of prestidigitation. It's very cool.
So, I feel closer to the stars.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
No. I guess I've used the charge now.
It's okay. Just use it however you want to have fun.
Thank you.
Okay, so it sounds as if you've spent your time in the feasting orchard. And feel free to stay around, of course. Where would you like to go now?
I guess we had an appointment at the Dragonfly rides, but that's not in... How long has it been since we entered and did our contests and steering contests
Oh.
and...
About 30 minutes. You feel that Northwind, the tree you met before, he'll be back at the Dragonfly rides now.
Okay, yeah. Should we go see Northwind or head for the other rides?
Oh, I mean, sure, we can go see Northwood. We have time to visit the other rides later.
Okay, so you head over to the Dragonfly rides again, and let me make sure the art for the train. So if you check out this chord, this is what Northwind actually looks like. And you head back over to the Dragonfly rides over here. And you see huge lily pads resting on the surface of a pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. Near the entrance, a smiling twin turns away and beckons you over as a red squirrel moves across and says, "Hey, bros! Hey, nice to see you again, man! Welcome, come on over, say hello!"
Hello, nice to see you again.
Get away from this one.
How have you been?
Yeah, good, man. It's been so great. I love hanging out with the kids. You know, they're such friendly creatures, man. Who doesn't like kids, man? They're the future of this world. You need to take care of them. Yeah, man, it was cool. I love doing the opening stuff, man. It's cool. But I believe, Mr. Coon, you prepared a song for me. A tale.
Oh, I got caught up in at the orchard. I haven't prepared anything yet. Can I recite it later? I'm sure you'll be around.
Oh man, I gotta say I'm a little bummed overall, but hey man, it's cool. We're here for 2 days, so man, as long as you come back to me.
Oh, I will.
Festival,
I'm looking forward to it.
Pinky promise, man, and he holds out a twig. Pinky promise.
I'll just, I'll give him a pinky promise.
Alright, man, you know, a pinky promise is sacrament, you know, man. Bad things happen if you make a pinky promise.
hopefully not. I mean, I totally intend to write a poem about it. There was just so much excitement there. There wasn't time to make up one.
Oh man,
Um,
that's cool, man. Pinky promise, I said, is it's the highest form of promise you can make, man. So I believe you, man, because I love to hear stories, man. And let me just say that I
but
want this poem to be epic. I want to learn everything about your story, man. Leave no stone unturned.
by
All
the
right? Yeah.
Right. By the way, we met another bard here at the park, at the orchard. Her name was Eliwick, if I remember correctly. Do you know
Uh,
anything about her? She just disappeared on us.
Alowick? The name doesn't ring a bell, man. I mean, I know every witch hand, every carnival, worker, or the bigwigs, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light. I've never come across Nelly Wicks. I assume she's just another guest here, man. She's not on staff, I can tell you that much.
Could be, could be. Thank you.
Yeah, no
And
problem.
I'll
man,
be
no
sure
problem.
to come back with that poem we
Yeah, sure,
discussed.
man. I love to hear stories. Man, it can't be hard to write a story, right, man? Look at the world, man. It's full of joy. Look at children laughing. Except for that one. Well, it's got its nose broken. Apart from that one, man. Children are happy, laughing, high on sugar. Fantastic. Hey guys, man, can I interest you in a dragonfly ride? It's pretty cool, man.
Definitely. That's why we're here.
All right, man. Yeah, man. All right, man. One ticket punch. He's riding, man. All shapes and sizes welcome. Even you, my tall furball friend, man. You surely want to ride. See the carnival from above. What do you say, man?
Can I ride for free if I sing you a song?
Oh, make a persuasion check, Astraeus. Oh man, I'm not really supposed to, man. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light will be right up on me, man. But you seem like a cool dude, man. You seem like a cool dude. I mean, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they're gonna give me shit for this, but it's cool, man. It's cool, man. But you know they're not the original owners of the carnival, right? They're not even from the Feywild. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you learn that yet, man?
What?
No,
Yeah,
we don't know anything about them.
Oh man, let me tell you, don't tell anybody that you didn't hear it from me, right, man? But Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and he kind of bends down, and it's kind of hard to find just the right angle because Astraeus is very tall and Matilda is very small, so it's kind of bouncing up and down. But he looks as if he's trying to keep a secret, but everybody around him is kind of listening in as well. He's very bad at this. So don't tell anybody about this, man. But Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they aren't even the carnival's original owners, man. Like, they're not even from the Feywild, man, if you can believe that. But it matters not an inch, man. We're all one big happy family here. Yeah, so, but I gotta say, man, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they run a tight ship. I mean, the carnival, I don't think could even run without Mr. Witch's pocket watch, man. He keeps this thing just going like clockwork. So I hope Mr. Witch never loses his pocket watch. Things would go bad. But he's not a very fun dude, man. He's stern, but he keeps things going. So, man, I respect him for that. Mr. Light, man, he likes nothing more than a sea of smiling faces. You see him around, man. The carnival's happy. He's happy, man. But, yeah, don't own the carnival. But, Ben, as I said, they're going to get right up into my roots, man. But you, Astraeus, you can ride free, dude.
Well, if you're gonna get into trouble, no, it's okay.
Oh, no, man. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. I've gone up in my roots before, man. It's up to you. Free ticket if you want one. But, yeah.
It's okay. We won't let anyone know. It'll be our little secret.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. Hey, do you guys have any secrets, man? You can trust me. I won't tell anyone.
I once
mean-
ate an apple that was completely fine.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no worms, no rot, no. It's just completely fine. I didn't tell my mother. She would only let me eat rotten apples with worms in. So that's I never told anyone before.
Okay, man. Coon, I hope your story's like a million times better than. No offense, Matilda, but that's the worst story I've ever heard.
Oh, I just wanted to say we all have secrets, but they're secrets for a reason, right? I mean, we wouldn't want to just spread them around. Then they're not secrets anymore.
Yeah, but you tell me, man. A secret shared is a secret double, man. Come on. What's you got? Must have a secret, Coon, man.
I
Just tell me
mean,
something simple, man. Secrets are the currency of the world, man. It's how the world works, man.
oh, do you have a secret to tell us?
Oh, man. I probably shouldn't, but man, that's fair enough. You know, man, my ancestors, they're very disappointed in me. Like, you know, some nice druid awakened me and said, "Be free, Northwind." And I could walk around, man, and my relatives did the same thing. And they were all for bars being trees, being boring. Now, I decided to join the carnival, and man, my fellow trees hated me for it. That's right, man. That's cool. Found my place here. Now you tell me a secret.
I don't know if I mentioned, but I used to be 3 inches taller.
3 inches taller, man. How'd you get so short?
I came here, and when I went out of when I left the carnival, I was 3 inches shorter. Didn't even notice till I got home, and they said, "You used to be taller. What happened?" And then I went, "Huh."
That's a bummer, dude. I mean, I try and grow every day, man. Man, I've grown a lot more than 3 inches. I'll tell you that much. What about you, my possibly not paying for a bow friend? You must have a secret or two.
It's not much of a secret, but all the Furbolg kids used to bully me because my mother used to call me Asti.
Oh man, sorry about that, bro. That's terrible.
No, I don't like Asti.
Sorry about that, man. How about you, sparkly one? You must have a secret. Why do you keep writing in the book for, man? There must be a story behind that.
It looks like makes this emote that his lips are sealed, and like he throws away the key.
Oh, okay, man. That's kind of telling me stuff I already knew, man. Why don't you want to talk? I mean, it's obvious you're not talking. I'm interested in why, man. Trust me, I'll keep a secret.
Yeah, I guess that's not a secret. It looks shows him his book, and he says that he's from a clan which don't talk to outsiders.
All right, man. So it's built into you, man. I got it. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Hey, you look good. Look like you don't like to keep your mouth shut. What do you must have a secret or two. Come on, you can trust old Northwind.
Yeah, he shakes his head. His secrets are his own.
Okay, what about you, Goblin Girl? You can trust me.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, what's your secret, man?
I'm actually looking for my sister. That's why I'm here. I
What's your
think she was.
Well, what's your sister's name, man? I'll keep an eye out for her.
Huldra Hackstail.
Hold your Hextail. Hey, if
She was
anybody's
like,
seen Hold Your Hextail, come see Northwind. Hold your Hextail.
Ah! Not
What?
so loud. Shh. I'm not sure if I want her to know that I'm here.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry about that. I assumed you wanted to find her, man. Anyway,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
you guys want to go on the Dragonfly ride?
Yeah, we'll go on.
Yeah.
Okay, are you paying Astraeus?
I'll pay with money.
No, man.
I'll give him my ticket to punch it twice.
Alright, man. At the one end we have
What?
Astraeus with all his ticket punches left, and the other end is Matilda with what? 5 left? 4 left?
No, I have 2 left. Yeah, I'll just buy
Two
some
left.
more.
Okay, so with all the 4 ticket punches go on, you see these big dragonflies live, and they say, yeah, just... And Northwind says, yeah, just go to the end of the dock, man, and jump onto one of the lily pads. So you guys walk down. The lily pads are very easy to reach. And then a giant dragonfly lands down. Yeah, just get on your back, guys, and you'll be cool, man. And you all, I assume, jump onto the backs of the dragonflies and they start taking off. If anybody wants to do anything differently, let me know.
Are the dragonflies real, or are they like mechanic or magical?
They're actual dragonflies, just very
Okay.
large.
Cool.
And they start showing you around this. Comes around in a huge kind of lazy figure 8. You get a fantastic view of the
As Astraeus is up in the air, he's gonna take off his wings and then let them flop back and fly off his back. Hopefully without people noticing.
You make me a sleight of hand check at advantage.
What is it with advantage again?
Because you're flying a dragonfly up in the air, so it's a lot
I'm
easier
saying,
to do.
is it control to do advantage? With advantage, shift.
Oh, sorry, I see what you're saying now. I forget. What is it, guys? Is it control?
Yeah. Shift.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
So, yeah, up top there, you get your rather technicolored wings, and you take them off. Astraeus notices. Matilda, Idyllic, and Kun, they don't notice, and it just flips to the ground. Anything else people want to do? These things seem to be taking a predetermined path.
Can I just now have a look around, see if there's anything I can see that's interesting?
I mean, you see everything that you can see on the map here. You do see people starting to stream into the big top. So there seems to be
Can I see
something...
what's behind the big top?
Yes, you see a whole lot of wagons hitched together. So we'll give you... make me a perception check. So, with a 16... Well, I see there's a tangled... tangled wall of thorns has surrounded the staff area. You see inside there's lots of wagons lit by lanterns. And it's just walking around here before, you couldn't actually see inside of the staff area, but by this height you can. Also with a 16, you see a rather large gentleman. You can't make out what he is, but you do see this person here. I'll show you the handout. This gentleman here wandering around amongst the staff area. And you also see this person wandering around the staff area as well. You assume Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are there, but you don't actually see them. You're presuming they're in the planet. Who can spot the Easter egg for this last clown figure that I showed you?
It's got chickens on him.
Well, there's something subtle about this character called Taco.
I think I've heard about this.
to
Yes,
hit armor class 0.
That's right.
That's from
right.
first and second edition D&D.
Uh-huh. Yeah, one of the Easter eggs they put in. Yeah, Taco. That was a terrible system. Really
I
was.
still don't get it.
Like negative
like-
armor classes were good, I think.
Yeah.
So
I only
Yeah.
used it like in video games, but I think Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter. That's because I started with 3.5 D&D, so Taco was never really my thing. Yeah.
But negative armor classes were good. So if you had -3, you had to take your Taco, add 3 onto it, and then beat that number. It's a terrible system, but it's Taco the Clown. Well done for spotting that. Okay, do any of you guys want to try and steer the dragonflies around?
Ooh,
Or are you just
yeah.
gonna go around there?
Maybe
Okay.
we try to steer the dragonfly above the staff area.
Okay, so, yeah, can you, who's that? Elodix, can you make me an animal handling check, please? Oh, yeah, no problem. So you head over there. Let's do the classic split the party up. So Elodix, flying over the staff area. We'll get there in a second. What about Astraeus? Is Astraeus going along for the ride? Do you want to steer the thing anywhere?
Yeah, but if we're going backwards, I'd prefer to fly over Silver Song Lake.
Silver Song Lake. Okay, no problem. Should make me an animal handling check, please.
Oh, wow.
No problem. So yeah, you're very easily Astraeus. You get over Silver Song Lake, take the guy off the path. Want a closer look at Silver Song Lake from up here? If you do, make me a perception check.
Yeah.
Okay, you look down, it's a very nice shimmering lake. And you notice there's a giant bowl there. And there's something inside it. You can't tell from this height, but it's gently singing a song. There's something in a giant fish bowl there. Would Matilda like to try and steer these things?
Sure. I'll try to fly over Pixie Kingdom.
Okay, same deal. Make me an animal handling check. Ah, man, you guys are good at handling animals. Fantastic. Matilda, you are going to the Pixie Kingdom?
Yes.
Make me a perception check.
Yep. Oof. Almost 19.
You don't really notice anything interesting over
Yeah.
there. And finally, who's it? Kun? What would Kun like?
Kun, yeah.
Kun, yep.
Kun would like to be a little rascal and fly really low over the pathways where the people are and just buzz over their heads.
Animal
Maybe.
handling check. So, here's the thing. So you don't manage to control the animal, but you do manage to control it just enough that you don't so much buzz the children as scare the living daylights out of the children. As you're trying to control this dragonfly, it's resisting you and you kind of bump into it, children. Big popcorn spills to the ground. Pepper goes, "Hey man, what you doing with that dragonfly, man? Come on, get down from there. Oh my goodness. Will someone get that creature out of the sky? It's doing a terrible job." He's in the carnival. Just get a little less lively. as you buzz these things. Yes. So everybody succeeded on their dragonfly scouting and pushing these creatures apart from Coon. But so Matilda successful. Strayus, you're successful in checking things out, as is Erlight, but not Kuhn. Then eventually, you all come back and land back at the Dragonfly Ride.
Can I also try to scout the staff area before we go back?
Ah, sure. Make a perception check. What did you get? 14. Let's have a look. You see the two creatures I showed you before, and you see I'll show you. You do see. Oops. Actually, I can just do it like this. There you go. You see Mr. Witch wanders out, and you see him glance at his watch, and he nods to his friend, Mr. Light. And you see Mr. Light heading off to the Witchlight, to the big top. There's something seems to be happening at the big top. And that's what you notice.
Alright.
You see Mr. Witch, the portly gentleman, go back into one of the wagons, and Mr. Light heading over towards the big top.
By the way, do I see some kind of passageway into the staff area? Like, is it just through the big top that you can get into the staff area?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you could try and work out a way to get through very prickly wall of thorns, but the way you see like Mr. Light heading into the big top from this area here. So, in theory, you could go through the big top into the staff area, no problem.
Okay. Nice.
I guess Matilda's going to ask the others when they land. Did you guys have fun? Did you see lots of stuff? I didn't see anything.
I saw a bowl in a lake with something singing inside of it. And I lost my wings by accident as well.
Oh no!
Accident.
I guess we need to find some new ones.
When he says by accident, he does wink at everyone.
Should we find new ones?
Well, I think I will have to get some new wings.
You can have mine if you want.
We all need a set of wings.
Well, I was just trying to scare some people with my dragonfly, and I was a little too successful at it. So yeah, I did scare some people unintentionally too much.
It looks he's gonna tell the others that he went above the staff area and he saw some important persons, it looks like, and it seems like something's going to happen at the big top tent very soon. So maybe worth checking out.
Sure, we can go there. And we can come back to the lake later. Go ahead.
Atreus goes to the tree, I forget his name.
Northwind?
Northwind, and just goes,
Excuse me,
Yeah, man.
I seem to have lost my wings in the flight.
Oh man, that's a bummer, dude. You got two options, man. You can try and hide. I mean, I'm not gonna tell on you, bro, but other people here, man, they're gonna tell on you, and they might throw your sorry ass out, man. Probably what you want to do though is go back to the ticket booth, drop them 8 silver pieces, and you get yourself not only another set of wings, man, but a whole new punch card as well.
But it wasn't my fault. It happened in the flight.
Oh man, trust me, I believe you, man. But the rule, no wings, man. Man, you're gonna get your ass kicked out, man. Unless you can sneak around, then you're fine. Others, you gotta go back to the ticket booth, bro.
Well, I can't sneak. I'm taller than everyone else.
Well, man, you gotta get your ticket then. You're gonna get your ass thrown out, man. But hey, you
Okay.
guys, you go get your ticket. And only 8 silver pieces. And head over to the big top, man. So the big top extravaganza is about to happen.
Maybe we could go and get the new ticket for Matilda. She's got
Oh yes.
almost
Yeah.
everything.
What
Matilda's
about?
going to take off her wings and hand them to Strays. You can borrow these on the way over. I've got something. I got some witchcraft. You can snap her fingers and use hex magic to cast disguise self. And yeah, get some new wings.
And
Or
what do your new
hour,
wings
at
look
least.
like?
Similar as before, but shimmering with like a purple shimmer. I guess purple and black shimmering.
Okay, I think they can shimmer, because one assumes when you disguise yourself, your clothes like move and fold as you move.
Yeah.
So let them shimmer. Obviously, if someone bumps into you, they're going to go straight through your wings, because they're not really there.
That's true.
Only so you run the chance of someone accidentally bumping into you, notice they're not real wings. Or someone, if they're suspicious of you, they might look closely and might see your wings. But to just people looking around, they look like perfectly good wings.
Whilst we walk over there, you can sit on my shoulder.
Oh yes, yes. He's going to crawl up and sit and see the world from a whole new perspective.
Okay, so you climb up onto Astraeus' shoulder, and indeed a new perspective. You have your wings on, Astraeus. You have your illusionary wings on, but they look pretty good. And you head over to the big top extravaganza. I assume you head over to the big top.
Well, I think we're ticket booth. Just quickly checking in to get new punch card and actual wings.
Okay, so you fly over to the ticket booth. I'm going to roll a d20 here to see if someone bumps into you. You don't want a natural 1. You don't get a natural 1, so you fly over there. No problem whatsoever. It's, what do you guys want, man? And the goblin holds up its listening paw and thinks, huh? What do you guys want? Huh? Huh? You guys again. What do you want? Huh?
I want a new ticket, and I also have lost my wings.
Can't hear you speaking to the thing, man. Can't hear you speak into the cone. That's what it's here for.
She's going to scream, "I've lost my bloody wings!" and drop the spell. I need new ones.
And he holds up this magnifying glass and looks at you, and once again it burns a little bit of your clothing as the sun is just you should have just said so. 8 gold, 8 silver pieces.
Okay. Just hand over 8 silver.
And it gives you a punch card and a new set of wings that look like monarch butterfly wings.
Yeah, I'll equip those.
Astraeus used to say that I need a new set of wings as well, please.
New set of wings? 8 silver pieces, sure.
Okay. Hands over 8 silver.
Okay, and he hands you over a set of wings. These ones are brightly colored as well. It's kind of a background of black with, looks like some type of child just sprayed as, just squeezed paint onto it. There's like, almost looks like a Jackson Pollock, that type of thing, just an absolute mess of colors. It's not the prettiest looking set of wings.
With that, we also get a full new punch card as well.
Guys, it happened again. I got horrible wings.
You just have to deal with it.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's go to the big top while we
Now
still
I
have time.
tickets.
Alright, guys heading over to the big top?
Yep.
So you head over to the big top. As time ticks over there, and you get just in time for the big top extravaganza. And as you enter, that's exactly the goblin at the front desk I see in Discord. We're going to take a short break. And we'll get back
Yep.
to the big top when we get back. Okay, see you guys in a
Yeah,
bit.
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
be right back.
this button. Okay, so at the urging of Northwind, you rush your way over to the big top and into the big top itself. You're a little bit late, so you get seats kind of towards the back of this big top, and there's seats all around. There's rows of seats all around the central area, very much like a circus, I guess. And everybody's checking away, wondering what's going to happen. All of a sudden, these fairy lights around the place illuminating the middle of the big top. Boom, boom, boom. They go out one by one, and the lights dim, and a hush falls over the crowd. A second later, a spotlight illuminates a lithe, elven figure sitting in a silver hoop suspended above the ring by silk ropes. Now the elf wears a dazzling suit of diamond-paned mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings, and his scepter is topped with a spinning vane. Welcome, one and all, to the evening extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted. Once again, this is what Mr. Light looks like. And he says, it's just so wonderful to see how many smiling faces before me. Delight! I see so much wonder in this world. And it's such a delight to see you all. Now, you all know that we come here but once every 8 years, but I have fond memories of this place. And I remember the last time we had a big top extravaganza. It was truly magnificent, the most magnificent we had for years and years and years. And no doubt in my mind that this is going to be just as extravagant. And he says, strike up a tune. And you see a bunch of young halflings start piping tunes into the big top. And for our first act, which will delight and delight and fascinate you, you'll wonder, is it magic or is it just people being incredibly clever? Or, in this case, in the hands of Mr. Burley, he will perform fantastic feats of strength. And you see this guy, which some of you has seen before. He says, I am Burley. I am the Hobgoblin. I am the strongest there is. Now, may I have 2 volunteers from the audience, please? The bigger, the better.
Kuhn will raise his hand.
You, sir, at the back. Come forward, come forward. Oh, I need somebody else. Anybody. Big or small, it doesn't matter.
It looks will raise his hand as well.
Oh, fantastic. Come down here. And he welcomes you up on stage. Everybody, give a round of applause for these fine people. And who are you, kind sir, pointing to? Idolix?
He'll show him his book as he's written his name there.
He looks closely and he says, and he whispers quickly, what's his name? What's his name, man? I can't read.
His name is Idolux.
So this is Idolix, and this is Cool. And with that he starts and I psych him myself and says, and then you see Mr. Witch appear in another area of the tent, kind of up on the perch. Says, and guys, what you're about to see is perhaps the strongest hobgoblin that has ever been seen. This guy has set records around the multiverse with his strength. It says, and then Mr. Burley says, okay, man, you hold on to this end of this wooden post. You hold on to this other end of this wooden post. And he's getting ready to like bench press you, like not bench press, but stand up and lift you up, both on the end of this piece of wood. Do you guys hold on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody, give him a count. Everybody, says Mr. Witch. Start counting. Burley. Burley. And he goes, "Rah!" and pushes it up with no problem. Right. Mr. Welch says you can act is amazing. You see nothing yet. I need 3 more volunteers. When the rest of you guys volunteer?
Oh yeah, sure.
Astreus?
If everyone else is left, then Astreus isn't going to sit on his own, so he'll go down.
Okay, so the 4 of you go down. A couple of elves come down as well. Now, Burley. Last time we did this in the plane of fire, you failed at this one. Are you confident this time, Burley? And Burley goes, "No, I got this one, boss. No problem." Once again, he instructs all of you to lean up against this post. Everybody's holding on. Burley goes, 1, 2, 3! And he pushes it up, and he's straining a little bit, but he's maintaining the 6 of you. And then he starts wobbling a little bit. Are you guys going to try and help him or hinder him?
How would we help him? Like try to maintain balance?
Yeah, he's losing his balance. He might tip either way, so you could try and adjust your weight to try and maintain his balance.
I'll try that if I'm in a position to do it. Yeah.
You all are in a position to do it. Matilda?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be. I mean, she doesn't weigh much at all, but I guess she would try to position herself in a way that would help maintain balance. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I never know with Matilda. Okay, everybody just make me general dexterity checks.
Ooh.
And it's going to be a group check, and the DC is 10. So we need a majority of people over 10. There we go. Even without Astreus. Well, even without Astreus rolling. You do succeed on a group dex check, and Burley cups his thing, and it says, "Oh, boom!" And he gently lowers to the ground. The crowd starts chirping. He says, "Everybody, give these guys a round of applause. They did well." And Burley leaves, and then Mr. Witchlight appears in another corner of the place and says, "Wasn't that magnificent, my dear friends? Have you ever seen so spectacular as a hobbling cult carrying not 2, not 4, but 6 individuals? Truly fantastic." And let me say, one of the things about Mr. Burley is he is the strongest person I know, perhaps the strongest person ever. He is known for keeping the peace, and violence is not his thing. He's very much the quintessential gentle giant. And then, after that extravaganza, after that strength showing, I have another piece of magic to show you. But this is not magic like fireballs and sparklers. This is the magic of the music. And you see, actually, I have a picture for this.
Are we back in our seats or still on stage?
I'm assuming you're back in your seats. Feel free not to be if you don't want to.
That will be.
Yeah, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Astreus fellas are good.
Okay, so now it's time. The magic of the music. Introducing Palasha, the voice who has broken the heart of 1,000 kings. And you see this mermaid pushed out in a fishbowl, and then she puts her head out, and he says, "Now, Palasha will sing, but please, I must ask for complete silence." And with that, the crowd goes quiet. And Palasha points her head out of the fishbowl, and she gently starts to sing. And the audience remains silent. I mean, this is just something else again. It's a truly, truly beautiful music. And you're transfixed by it. Does anybody do anything during the music? It is very beautiful. It is transfixing, but is there anything you'd like to do while the song's going on?
Kuhn will enjoy it and study her, how she's singing and moving. just to, in case he can learn something new for his performances.
I mean, you know you're in the presence of a true master. She has true mastery of her voice. It's beautiful, and you take a few notes, notice some of the technical things that she does. But yeah, it is just amazing, and the silence is just transfixed by it. Anybody else?
I guess Matilda would try to sense if her singing is it magic or is it actually magic?
I'm going to say make me an Arcana check. You can figure out whether it's magical or she's just that damn good.
Ooh.
She's just that damn good.
Oh. I guess she'll stare and be kind of transfixed and impressed.
Cool. Okay. So with that, the music. Yep. Straight.
Astraeus is just going to use his wand of prestidigitation just to make faint musical notes around, just to add to the ambience in the big top.
Around yourself or around Palasha?
As much as he can around the big top. Obviously, more towards Alasha.
So adding to the general ambience and sparkling lights and stuff around there? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Make a performance check.
Can I do the same and give him advantage on that?
How would you do the same? He's using his wand of prestidigitation.
I do have prestidigitation.
Oh, sure. So just roll
I mean,
again. Yep. So Astraeus one more time. For the 5, it's a disaster. But roll again.
4.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. One of the Witchlight hands come up to one of the staff and says, excuse me, sir. Please don't do that again, please. We're trying to have a good time here. These people have trained for many years. Don't need any of your trillion little lights to distract from the performance. So I must ask you to stop that, or please leave the big top.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
We've been
I was
doing this.
tuning in with the mood.
Well, we've been doing this for hundreds of years, my friend. I suggest you just don't try again in the future. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay, he goes back.
Oh, he
Mr.
was a
Witch-
bore.
It was mean.
Mr. Light comes up again and yet another corner of the big pop and says, wasn't that magical? As I said, kings have wept before Palasha. She is truly the most magnificent person who can serenade like none others. Please, I must remind the audience, please do not interrupt the acts. We all have here a good time. And with this, the place gets very, very dark, and there's just a spotlight. And the jovial attitude of Mr. Light momentarily flickers, and he says, I must remind you not to interfere with the acts. We're here to have a good time. I'll have nobody ruining the good time, man. Sorry. Okay, on to our next act. And, just bring me the art. I now welcome Miss Malcolm Candlefoot. And this guy comes out. This is Candlefoot. He's a most magnificent mime you can imagine. He will make you believe things that aren't even there. And with this Candlefoot, starts going around, and you see him going into the audience, and the spotlight's on him. He makes boxes with his hands that people can do a much better job than I can. People reach into this magic box, and they pull out, and there's a little trinket in their hands, and the audience laugh and jovial, and then they go round and they go round, and they finally come around, and I'm just gonna roll a d4. It's gonna tell me who it goes to. Goes to number 4. So it comes up to you, Coon, and the spotlight is on you and Coon, and he reaches out to shake your hand.
I try to shake it back.
So you shake it, and he starts shake as if you're doing that classic buzzer thing, and the audience laughs. And he does the thing again. He creates a box, with his hands that obviously not there, but then he presses against the box, doing classic mime stuff, and he invites you to reach inside.
I'll reach inside.
Okay, roll me a d100. You reach in, and you pull out a tiny clockwork dragonfly that slowly beats its wing, and you wind it up again, and it beats its wings again. I can't fly, but you have a tiny clockwork dragonfly.
I bow to Candlefoot as a thank you, without speaking anything.
And he does a very extravagant bow backwards. And then he carries on around the carnival, around the big top. And once again, the spotlight falls on Mr. Witchlight himself. And he says, "Truly, truly a master of his art. The magnificent Candlefoot. I promise you, across the multiverse, we've searched long and hard for mine better than the schools of Candlefoot. But we have not. Now, we will finish our performance with some what is more magnificent across the multiverse in dragons." And you see these little tiny, what are they called? Fairy dragons flying around the big top with streamers going behind them. And then some acrobats tumbling around and clowns breathing fire and all sorts of things. We're going to a big crescendo of this dark number, and everything goes whoosh, whoosh, back and forth, back and forth. Anybody want to interject or do anything as this extravagant dance routine is happening on? Oh.
No, they forbade us.
No,
Hey.
that's anything.
Okay, so just enjoying the show. Just behind you, you hear a couple of boorish humans. Obviously had too much of the wine and says, "Boo, man, this is boring, man. Bring back Palasha back. This is boring. Boo, boo, boo." You guys do anything?
I cast hideous laughter on one of them.
Okay, what's the wisdom saving throw for that? I assume it's wisdom.
15 wisdom.
Oh. One of them said, "Woo, this is and he just starts laughing, the mood going. The other guy says, "Oh, what are you doing, Philip?" Gives him a thwack around the head, but the guy continues to laugh. And the guy says, "I don't know what you're going about, but boo! Boo! Bring Palasha back! Boo!" One guy's laughing, one guy's still booing.
I can't cast on both.
Are they sitting
Unfortunately.
right behind us?
Yeah, right behind you here. Or they scream
Yeah,
right in your ears.
It looks he's gonna turn around and like make a hushing sign with his finger.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because they're very inebriated.
Sure. Persuasion.
Yep, persuasion at disadvantage because I don't want to listen to you, but you might get through. Oh well, there we go. Boo! 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 Does Astraeus or Coon try anything?
Yeah, Astraeus will cast Charm Person on him.
Okay, another wisdom save coming up. I rolls an 8. Okay.
Wait, mine's not 14. 16?
Let's have a look at that. Let me just look up quickly. Charm person.
I've got a +4 on wisdom. I
And
know,
my,
yeah, that is 14. That is 14.
mine is
never mind.
14 as well, and I also have +4 to wisdom.
Yeah, never mind.
It's plus 14 for your DC in D&D Beyond.
It is. Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Yep. Okay. Alright. Regardless, he fails. And charm person. So it's considering you as a friend, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, I think you should just stop booing and start laughing like your friend. Obviously, he's having a good time.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's pretty rude of me. Oh yeah! Hooray! And these two boors are one laughing and one listening to advice of a good friend. Continue to no longer boo the audience. And thankfully, the mood of the Witchlight does not go down. And finally, Mr. Witchlight appears right in the center of the stage and says, "Wasn't that magnificent? A truly magical show. Our speciality, the big top extravaganza. Now, I must ask, the thing I most like is people to be more and more delighted, and I see nothing more delightful than people coming down from the stage and showing a little bit of their own performances. So, if anybody from the audience has an act they wish to perform, now is the time." And with the lights raise in the big top, and the entire audience is illuminated. Do any of you guys volunteer?
Matilda is in. Yeah.
Straight us, Phil.
Okay. You going down together or separately?
Yeah, we can go down together.
Welcome! Here we have the tall and the short of it. And you enter the stage. Mr. Light gives an extravagant bound with he's sparkling. He almost looks like a disco ball. He's that sparkling. These little bells on the end of his gesture outfit. He says, "To what do I owe this pleasure, young lady?" And he goes down and crouches down, gets to eye level, which is pretty hard for him, but he seems very flexible. And what's your name, young lady?
My name is Matilda Catsclaw.
Matilda!
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance too. Matilda Klatsko. Let's give her a round of applause, everybody. And they applause. And that's the short of it. Now he jumps to its feet and says, "Now for the tall of it. Who do I have the pleasure of greeting?"
My name's Astraeus, but I don't have a last name.
Here's Astraeus. Doesn't have a last name. Round of applause for Astraeus. And now, he does an extravagant bow once again. Now, the stage is yours, and he disappears back into the darkness. And it's you guys. The spotlight is on you. What do you do?
Could I have a bullseye, please? Or a large target? Not a person, just a target.
I can hear some rattling around the back where the applause are coming from, and a very large bullseye comes out and is rolled into the middle of the stage.
Matilda's going to roll up her fist. Astraeus, you better stand a bit back for this one.
Okay.
She's going to waddle off, looking proud and ready. And she's going to stand about 30 feet away from the bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to, let me just check my thingy. Let's see, signature spells. Yeah. So she's going to reach into her component pouch, theatrically draw out a small rotten scrap of an apple, throw it to the audience, lean her head back, make a big mouth, and swallow it. And she's going to, and then cast Tasha's Caustic Brew to projectile vomit at the bullseye for a minute straight.
for a minute straight.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an actual spell, right? Let me look it up. It's not one I'm strangely not familiar with.
Yeah, it came with Tasha's Cauldron last year.
Alright, let's have a look. Tasha's. Okay, and it does last for a minute under concentration.
Yep.
Okay. So, 30 feet away. It has a range of 30 feet.
Yep.
So. And for a full minute, Matilda vomits on the target. The acid effect of her breath, the target, after a minute, is a little pile of goop on the floor, but Matilda continues to vomit on it, even though it's just disappeared. And then,
If I see it start breaking, I'll put it off. I don't want to vomit on people.
okay, yep, but the bullseye, they're gonna need a new bullseye. And and you finish vomiting, and the crowd goes absolutely quiet. No one's saying a word.
Estrella starts clapping.
Make me a performance check, Matilda.
Okay. Oh boy.
And you see the crowd just Astraeus clapping, no one else clapping, and they're just staring. And Mr. Witchlight has got his mouth open agape as well. His jovial nature is gone, and says, "Oh my, can we get some Witchlight hands to come clean this up?" People come up with buckets and shovels and start doing it. And eventually the whole show is paused for a good 5 minutes as they clean up this absolute mess led by Matilda. And unfortunately, things get a little darker inside the Witchlight Festival. Didn't go quite as well as if you wanted to.
Matilda's going to return to her place and just look pleased with herself and just, did you see they loved it? To Idlelux and Kuhn.
Everybody just stares at Matilda as she walks back.
I pat her on the shoulder and says that was fantastic.
Thank you.
I've never seen anything like it.
And with that, Astraeus, you're on the stage all by yourself. And Mr. Witchlight comes up, and now we have an act from the wonderful Astraeus the Furbolg. And he whispers in here, "Nothing is more important to me than the laughter of these people. If you don't put on a good show, we'll be having words. Let's just say, you need to put on a good performance. Otherwise there'll be consequences. People are miserable. It's all on you, friend. So my good friend, Astraeus, will now indulge you and delight you with their talents. Astraeus the Furbolg!" Astraeus?
Okay, so he's just going to bow forward and cast Disguise Self on him.
Mm-hmm.
Does that link now?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to turn into... It would still be quite a large monkey, but a monkey.
Oh, okay.
And then he's going to run around in circles and then just cast Hidden Step on himself as well and disappear.
Okay, can you bring up Hidden Step 2?
If it does.
You can make become invisible. Oh, yeah, the Furbolg thing. Okay, so you're dancing around like a monkey and you vanish. And you've got, I guess, 6 seconds. Do you just gallop off to a different part of the stage?
I only have 6 seconds?
What says as a bonus action, you turn invisible until the start of your next turn. or until you attack make. Yeah, so you've got about 6 seconds, a turn's worth.
Okay. I just run off and hide and stand behind Mr. Light then.
Okay, so galloping around like a monkey, people are a bit confused about what's going on, but then you vanish, boom, and you magically appear behind Mr. Light. Are you trying to do it stealthily? If so, you can make a stealth check at advantage because you're invisible.
Sure.
And you appear, and Mr. Witchlight says, Mr. Light says, I'm very sorry, friends. I don't know what happened. I apologize for the goblin girl, and I have no idea what that monkey is about. And can you make me a performance check now, Astraeus?
Ooh.
People, Mr. Witchlight says, I'm terribly sorry. This is not my intention. I apologize for the goblin girl and this strange furball. With that, the crowd starts absolutely laughing, just rolling about. And Miss Light says, laughter! I like laughter. I have no idea what's going on, but I love this laughter. Fantastic. It is such a pleasure to hear people's laughing. And with that, people just start laughing and laughing and laughing. And people are starting to roll around on the floor, unable to control themselves. Apparently, everybody notices the giant monkey behind Mr. Light, except for Mr. Light. Astraeus, what do you do?
I don't think I have anything to do.
Well, Mr. Light hasn't noticed you. You can make yourself appear to Mr. Light if you want.
Tickle him.
Yeah, I'm gonna tickle him.
He was behind me the whole time. Oh, you can stop whistling now. Isn't that marvelous? Who'd have thought a quiet, reserved furball could possibly fool me and nothing less? Trust me, I like nothing more than being fooled and jokes, and this laughter is like it's like blood pumping through my veins. It gives me life. And this is delight. I feel everybody in the world to feel the wonder that I feel each day in this place. There is always something for me to smile about, and that is the message I wish to leave you as we close up this big top extravaganza. That there's always something to smile about and find something to feel delighted with every day. Want to give a chance for Idolix or Kuhn to make a performance?
Sure, Kuhn won't pass up a chance to perform.
Oh, I see we have one more volunteers. Everybody, give it up for Astraeus, the disappearing monkey furball. And people...
I leave it. So, just as I leave then, I look, as I'm stood next to Mr. Light, I say, I don't take kind to threats.
You did wonderful, friends. You did wonderful. So, it's all good. People laughed. I say your goblin friend put me in a bad mood, but you turned things round, so well done.
He walks off and then nods to Kuhn as Kuhn walks past.
Okay, now we welcome to the stage. What's your name, friend?
Kuhn, and I bow.
So this is Kuhn, everybody. Give it up for Kuhn, and they give a nice round of applause. This is our Satire Kuhn. Let's hope he's more like a furball and less like a goblin. And over to you, Mr. Kuhn.
Well, since you like some laughs, perhaps I should start with a joke. Would you like one?
Carl goes, "Yay!"
There once was a man with a big horn who wished he never was born, and he wouldn't have been if his father had seen that the top of the rubber was torn.
Okay. Make a performance check. See me in the jovial mood that Astraeus left them in. They think it's absolutely hilarious and they laugh. One more joke. One more joke.
I'll say, your mama's so fat when she bought a fur coat, the whole species went extinct.
Performance at advantage.
That's shift and click.
Yeah.
Shift, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still laughing. They're having a great time. Seems as if your stand-up bit is going really well. I start chanting, more, more, more. As Greg thinks about all his joke repertoire.
Remember Matilda, who was here earlier vomiting on the stage? Her mama's so ugly, she threw a boomerang and it refused to come back.
And again, performance check at advantage. Okay, the DC is getting lower as you're killing your stand-up routine. Yeah, they're loving it. They think it's great. Everybody's laughing, including Matilda. And is that your stand-up act, Kuhn, or do you have something else?
Just a stand-up act, yeah.
Okay. Claps off and says, everybody, give it up for Kuhn, the funniest creature you're ever likely to meet. Do we have any more volunteers? It looks.
I don't think it looks. It's the performing type. It's not really that charismatic.
Okay. And Mr. Light says, okay, let's welcome everybody back to the stage. And he shoots you a sidelong glass, Matilda, and shakes his head. That's all the excellent performers. Welcome back on stage. He's glaring at you, Matilda, daring you to come on stage. Oh, does Astraeus go on stage?
Oh, yeah, I'll go back on stage.
Does Kuhn go back on stage?
Sure, why not?
Matilda?
Let me just check. There's something I can do. Sure, I'll go back on stage.
Okay.
I'd still look like a monkey, wouldn't I?
Oh, well, that's fine. You can go up as a monkey.
Yeah, now.
Okay, wait, Roxy up on stage. So a prize for all our excellent, glaring at Matilda, excellent participants. Let's get my table up here. Okay, and he hands you a prize, Astraeus, just for participating. Can you roll me a D100, please? Astraeus. 36. He hands you a rock, and he theatrically tries to drop it. And as he drops it, you notice the rock is just floating there, in the air, with nobody holding onto it. Says, this is for you. There's a rock that floats. A truly magical thing. And, Kuhn, you roll me a D100, please. And he hands you a smoking pipe that's made from a piece of tree root. Nice smoking pipe. And thank you to our fantastic performers. Everybody, give them a clap. We'll start clapping. He's very distinctively not offering you a prize, Matilda.
That's okay.
Okay.
Astraeus hands Matilda his rock and goes, there you go. You like
Aww.
it.
Thank you. Oh, this is nice.
Okay. Okay, with that, the big top extravaganza goes down, it quietens down, and things start shutting down.
She's going to. Matilda's going to nudge Kuhn and. Should we go talk to Mr. Light?
I guess it wouldn't hurt. He could give us some more information. He seems to know more about things than the average employee here.
Just a second. You seem to be better with people than I am. She's going to take a small knife out, and cut off a lock of her hair and tie it in a little tied around, so it's a small lock of hair and a little ropey thing or something. And you give it to Kuhn, and if you give this to him, I can spy on him.
You mean like put it in his pocket, or actually give it to him as a gift?
As a gift. Don't say it was from me. I don't think he likes me. It's really, really flattering. He's had so many mean things. I like it. But if you give it to him, I can spy on them, perhaps.
I'll try if there's an opportunity for it. Shall we see if he'll receive us? If he'll talk to us? How would we go about? Is he still there, or do we need to like ask someone?
He has disappeared back
Oh.
into the staff area, but Burley, the guy who did the act of strength and wears a pumpkin on his head, almost like a jack-o'-lantern, he comes up to you and says, "Oh well, guys. First of all, thanks for helping me out with the act. That was great, man. I was losing my balance. You guys really saved my skin here, you know. I'm trying to be get better at my craft, become a better person, and got to get that little bit better each day, right? So thank you for that. Thank you for that. You've made me a better person, and I thank you for that."
Oh, no thanks necessary. We were happy to help. You're very strong. How did you get so strong?
Well, here's the secret to life, my friend. You need to get a little bit better than you were yesterday. Yesterday I was a little bit weaker, but I work out a little bit stronger each day, and I practice my letters each day, and I get a little bit better. So that's the secret to life, friend. You got to get a little bit better each day.
That is good advice. By the by, is there any chance we could get an audience with Mr. Light?
Well, that's why I've come to talk to you. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light would like to talk to all of you personally.
Oh, Mr. Witch as well. What's he like? We've only seen Mr. Light so far.
Mr. Light is very much the front face of the organization. You saw the way he worked the crowd and danced and delighted and sparkled. That's his job. He lives for laughter and the joy of people. And of course, it's no big secret, but there's a dark side of Mr. Light as well. And if people aren't laughing, well, make me a group persuasion check. Everybody make a persuasion check. I'm going to say you need to say this beat a 15 as a group. Ooh, it all comes down to Astraeus. Wah, wah, wah. I shall give you Oh!
Yeah, I pressed perception.
Oh! You didn't know. Well, it's getting worse and worse, so yeah, sorry.
I'm not good at this persuasion.
Not good. So it's look as if he's trying to give you an extra piece of information from about Mr. Light, and you're trying to come on, encouraging him, but He's not going to give us extra piece of light. Yeah, so Mr. Light, he enjoys laughter, and that's what he lives on. He gets a little bit grumpy when people don't laugh, and he gives a sidelong glance at Matilda. He says, so the brightness, he's extravagant, he dances, and Mr. Witch, though, he just runs this place like clockwork, man. He's got this little watch that he uses, and without that watch, man, things would stop. But yeah, you follow me, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light would both like to see you.
Should we watch out for anything, like avoid some topics, or are they sensitive to anything that we could say? We don't want to get on their bad side, you understand?
Keep things light, I'd say. As I said, Mr. Light doesn't like any negativity inside of his carnival. And already now you can tell things are a little bit grimmer thanks to the display of vomit, shall we say, that we saw. Things aren't quite as nice. So just keep things light. And you hear the carnival music is just now a little off-key. I think the mood has gone down a little bit. Yeah, anyway, management, I would like to have a word with you.
By the way, is Burley carrying around a squirrel?
Nope.
It looks like in his art, but okay.
Oh, I don't think he does.
Oh.
Maybe he does, but yes, he's carrying. If it's in the art, then I guess he is carrying around a squirrel. It's not.
I was just, I was just gonna ask if I could speak with the squirrel. Since he had some kind of secrets he didn't want to tell or something, maybe I could try to get it out from the squirrel. But if he's not carrying it, that's fine as well.
No, he's carrying it. He's carrying it. So what do you say?
Well, first do the squirrel speak. If not, I'll like to cast speak with animals.
Appears to just be a squirrel.
Okay, nice.
So you can speak with animals?
Yeah, and I'd like to cast telepathy as well. Or just use telepathy on the squirrel and speak with animals.
Okay, so you're trying to have a private conversation with a squirrel.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, what you doing there, friend? What are you up to? What spells are you casting there?
Yeah, I can't answer. Who's asking?
Burley.
Yeah, I'm not answering him. I'm just like focusing on something else. Focusing on talking to the squirrel, I guess.
Burley stops for a second. He doesn't respond.
Oh, he's just doing some magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Astreus just says he likes to speak to animals and he always asks them a name, but that's about it usually. He just jots down names of animals.
He wants to speak to Mr. Nibbles.
Well, there we go. We've learnt the name.
Oh, well, Mr. Nibbles doesn't usually speak, but yeah, this is Mr. Nibbles. Say hi, Mr. Nibbles. Mr. Nibbles just acts like a squirrel. So, yep, you can speak to Mr. Nibbles telepathically if you like.
Nice, yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
Well, since I'm so focused on the conversation with the squirrel, I'm gonna first introduce myself and ask for its name.
Mr. Nibbles!
Ah,
Mr. Nibbles,
It's
Mr.
nice.
Nibbles, Mr. Nibbles!
it's nice to meet you. I like your fur, my friend.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just like my
So-
friend, it's like my brother, Mr. Squiggles.
Mrs. Squiggles, okay. Tell me, how long have you been at the carnival?
Oh, I know. 3.
3 days, years,
Yes.
for a long time? Yes, okay. Have you noticed something interesting, some secrets you want to tell to me?
With this, the squirrel looks panicked for a little bit. Make me an animal handling check.
I'm gonna say, like, it's safe to say to me, I like to keep secrets as well.
You need to help me. Burley's great, but Mr. Squiggles he accidentally broke Mr. Squiggles' neck. We didn't mean to. He just doesn't know his own strength, and he accidentally broke my brother's neck, and I'm scared that's going to happen to me.
Oh, okay. When did this happen?
Just yesterday, in fact. He was playing with us, and he just kind of played too hard with Mr. Squiggles and broke his neck. I'm scared it's going to happen to me.
Yes, I see. How did Burley react to this?
Oh, he cried for hours. He wasn't happy. I mean, he's a good person. He tries to make himself better every day, but sometimes he just forgets his own strength and accidentally breaks things, like my brother.
Yes, I see. Anything I could do for you, my friend?
Get me away from Burley. He's nice, but I'm scared.
And where would you like to go?
Just drop me off in a forest, maybe?
And you could leave for yourself in the forest?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna break Burley's heart if you take me away.
Yes, I understand. Is it anything else you noticed the last couple of days, maybe? In the staff area, like with Mr. Witch or Mr. Light? Anything interesting you've noticed about them?
Oh, they're very. Mr. Witch keeps the place running, and Mr. Light keeps the weather, the mood going up. Yeah, they're okay. Make another animal handling check.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I did
Wow.
see something. It reminded me of Mr. Squiggles. There was about a 10-day ago, and there was this young halfling. Well, not young. It's stereotypical to think, oh, halflings young. This is maybe a 40-year-old guy, and he was just being an absolute idiot. He was like heckling people during the Big Top extravaganza. He was laughing at the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. He was throwing custard around in the feasting orchard, and it was just making the place an absolute misery. And I was just looking around, and I saw Mr. Light. He took this halfling aside, and he did to the halfling what Burley did to my brother. Snipped his leg. There's something dark about Mr. Light. He loves laughter, but he's prone to violence if things get too grey. And this halfling man, he was a dick, but he didn't deserve that.
Yeah, that's pretty dark. Thank you for telling me this. It's very important. And about your situation and your brother, yeah, I'll try to help you as much as I can.
Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome, but it's gonna break Burley's heart as well. I mean, he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't know his own strength, and he breaks fragile things. And Mr. Squiggles was quite fragile, and so am I. So please.
Yeah. Maybe you guys could like have well, not have any more playtimes. Or maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll think of something to do.
Okay, so as you're having conversations with Mr. Nibbles, you enter the staff area. Let me just get the staff area. So yes, you enter back at the back of the big top, you enter the staff here, and as I said before, the whole place is surrounded by a wall of thick, spiky thorns. And you see... can I show this? Let me just show you a handout for this. Well, here's some sights from the Big Top Extravaganza that I didn't show you, so you can have that one.
Ooh.
I can't find it. I'll do it this way. So this is the site that you see if you... Oops. It's weird. Just give me a quick second here.
I have the same problem when I'm DMing. Sometimes you just can't find a handout. You know it's there, but
Yep.
just nowhere to be seen when you need it.
There we go. So there's the sights you see as Burley leads you in to see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And a flamboyant elf grins from ear to ear as he welcomes you into the wagon with a theatrical bow. Please come in. It is a delight to meet you all once again, I guess. I am Mr. Light. And this is my associate, Mr. Witch. And he gestures to a stocky elf lounging on a bunk. And Mr. Witch nods to you and doffs his hat. And he says, well, I thank most of you for your delightful performance. It was truly a light upon this carnival, and it was great.
Yeah.
But you, young lady, you turn this carnival in a direction I do not care for. And he holds up his scepter that he has. Actually, I think I have art for this. And he says this measures the mood of the carnival. It's like a weather vane, but for mirth and happiness. And you've done things that no, there's no picture for it. You've done things that have caused my weather vane, the thing that measures the mood of this carnival, in a distinctly dark direction. Let me make it abundantly clear, Matilda Claxford. I did not care for your crude vomit show that you put on. That almost ruined the Big Top Extravaganza, and I simply won't have it again.
She was only trying to make
I wasn't
people
talking
laugh.
to you. I wasn't talking to you. Do not speak when you're not asked a question. Matilda Claxford, what do you have to say for yourself?
Having fun, though.
Fun? Did you hear people laughing?
I think Astraeus laughed. I heard some clap. I think.
Pity laugh. So let me be abundantly clear, little goblin. I will not have your shenanigans again.
I found it funny.
Just growls at you, and you notice that the usual jovial ringmaster has absolutely left him at the moment. Don't think I didn't notice what you encouraged with that little child who broke its nose. I heard you chanting, fight, fight, fight. And let's just be abundant. Do not engage in such activities that take away from the joy of this place again. Do I make myself clear?
Okay.
Anything else you need to say? Starts with an S, ends in Ori.
Ori? Sorry.
Swish.
Suppository.
Suppository. You. He turns his attention back to Kuhn. Why were you flying a dragonfly through the crowd? You scared half the children. What were you thinking?
I thought they would enjoy a close flyby by the dragonflies. I didn't think about how hard it would be to control them, and yeah, I came too close. I apologize for that.
Give me a persuasion check. Well, it is more acceptable. I detect no malice in your voice. So, Kuhn, apology accepted.
We were also not aware of this this mood changing at the carnival. And now that we are aware, we'll definitely be more careful. Thank you for the warning.
You're most welcome. So, on to much more pleasant. As I said, it's a joy to have you here. Well, most of you anyway. Tell me, why have you visited the carnival? Just for the sights, the sounds? Why are you here? And Mr. Witch is at the back. Just let them go. Mr. Light, these guys are troublemakers. At least one of them are. Who cares why they visited? We just need to get rid of them. Mr. Light said, no, let me talk to them. Let me talk to them. As you know, you're my best friend, Mr. Witch, and I do lose my temper every now and then, and these people have got the worst of it. So tell me, friends, why are you visiting? Just for the sights? Just for the sounds? Anything I can do to make your stay more delightful, more magical?
Well, we're actually here for the same reason, although we didn't even know each other before this. But 8 years ago, when the carnival was last here, it seems we all snuck in without paying tickets, and when we left, we all lost something. So we came to see if we could get it back. Could you perhaps help us with that? We of course bought tickets this time. Now that we're aware of the
Strauss
situation.
holds up 2 tickets and goes. Strauss holds up 2 tickets and goes. I've got 2 to make up for it.
Hilda does as well.
Mr. Witch, see? What I tell you, Mr. Light? These things are nothing but trouble. They snuck in as children. And now they're looking for the things that they've lost. And Mr. Light says, let me make it abundantly clear. We are entirely not responsible for things lost. But everything comes at a cost in the Witchlight Carnival. So yes, you snuck in. I have a dim memory of seeing all of you. Troublemakers, no doubt. But there is nothing... everything comes at a price in the Carnival. And there are forces are at work on, shall we say, the other side that are entirely beyond our control. And I suspect those things from the other side may perhaps have your lost things. But they're but highly on their control. But the wheel of time, it turns ever on. What's lost is lost, and what's gone is gone.
Still, we heard that certain women, shall we say, witches or hags, are holding on to the things we've lost, and we're looking for a way to the Feywild, as we were told, so we can go visit them and try to get those things back. Any way you could help us get there? I know you travel everywhere. Perhaps you have a way to get to the other plane?
Well, as you know, probably saw the magnificent entry we made from up above, with the carts and carnival equipment towed behind Pegasus and foxes with wings. We no doubt how to travel to many places. We travel across the multiverse given our shows. But quite frankly, yes, we know the way to the Feywild. But no, we're not going to tell
Could we perhaps earn that information?
you. Nope.
Maybe do something for you?
On a strictly need-to-know basis. And no, I will not tell you.
Hmm.
Mr.
What if we
Witcher
could,
has us at heart. These are troublemakers. They've snuck in. They've disrupted the big top extravaganza. Children with broken noses. Kids scared out of their minds with dragonflies. These are troublemakers, Mr. Light. We're gonna tell them nothing. Mr. Light,
Strayus.
yes, my best friend is correct. We will not tell you. Enjoy the carnival. Have a fantastic time. No. Sorry, I think you were saying something, Astraeus.
Strayus pops up and just says, "Well, I made everyone laugh in the big top, and so did Kuhn. We seem to help out."
Oh, fantastic, and you were rewarded justly.
If you won't tell us, could you perhaps write it down?
I'm growing tired of this persuasion. We are not going to tell you.
Sorry, but what if we could make this place really happy?
Then I will thank you, and you'll enjoy the festivities.
Hmm.
You can keep on bargaining, keep on arguing if you like. But, Mr. Witch, I'm getting tired of this. Oh, Mr. Light. We thank you for your time. Please be on your best behavior, and we must ask you to leave now. Burley, show these people out. And Burley, the guy with a jack-o'-lantern on his head, strokes. All right, come with me, guys. Don't want to accept the owners. Come on.
I follow Burley, and before I do that, I just bow and say thank you for seeing us and talking to us. It was a pleasure.
Mr. Witch doffs his hat. Mr. Light kind of gives his head a jingle as he nods back to you, and you all leave with Burley. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Mr. Light, as you see, he's got a bit of a dark side, but he's okay. He's okay. Can I have a word with you guys, though? Is that alright?
Of course. What's on
Okay.
your mind?
Well, and with this, he removes the jack-o'-lantern helmet, revealing a very worried expression. He says, just between you and me, right? Bad things have been happening at the carnival for a while. Things have gone missing, but even worse, people have gone missing. I think it's pretty obvious that my bosses know more than what they're telling. But their hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set things right. Witchlight are good guys, but you'll need some type of leverage to make them spill the beans. Is this something you'd be interested in? As I said, Matilda, I actually liked your vomit show. I thought it was hilarious. That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
So you guys have just a little bit of what I call chutzpah, which goes a long way here. So as I said, things aren't right here. People and things are disappearing. If you guys are interested, maybe we can help turn these things around. What do you say? You interested?
Definitely. Anything that helps the carnival and us get our things back. How may we help?
Well, as I said, You need some leverage on Mr. Light and Mr. Witch, or one or the other. Both of them could very easily spill the beans. I think if you could somehow get upon your positions, Mr. Witchlight's watch, because without that the carnival can't stay on schedule, and there's nothing Mr. Witch hates more than things not going on time. So if you could somehow acquire Mr. Witch's Witchlight watch, then I think that would give you enough leverage for him to answer the questions you might have and find a way into the Feywild, which is, I understand, what you're looking to do. Now, this is interesting. The best time to swipe the watch is during the time of the crowning of the Witchlight monarch, which happens very much at the end of the day. It's usually one of the few times both Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are separated. Mr. Witch will no doubt stay in the staffing area, while Mr. Light is the voice of the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. So if you're looking to steal his watch, then that would be the time. Now let me be clear. I don't condone theft. I consider this as a leverage piece. So please, once you get the watch, even if he doesn't agree with you, please give the watch back. I couldn't possibly encourage you guys to, steal the watch. Just use it as a leverage piece.
How do you become the Witchlight monarch?
Well, it's chosen by Mr. Light's Witchlight vein. I mean, you saw him holding it up before. It very much reads the mood of the carnival. And, I'm sorry, Malcolm forgot what your actual question was. What was your question?
How did you become the Witchlight monarch?
Oh, yes. So the Witchlight vein, it measures the mood of it. As you see, things are a little bit dark at the moment because of, shall we say, some vomiting and some mosquito buzzing. But it's chosen by the person who's brought much joy to this place, much excitement has added to it, has been the very essence of what it means to be a part of the carnival. And so far, I'm saying that Matilda, pretty much guarantee that you're not going to be the Witchlight monarch. But Astraeus, the Deluxe, and Coon, you've all done reasonably good things. I'm saying Astraeus and Ilux, you have the best chance at the moment. But Coon, if you hadn't buzzed those children, maybe. So in other words, to be the Witchlight monarch, add wonder and joy to the place, and whoever has contributed the most happiness to the carnival, you're chosen as the monarch. And let me say, monarch is kind of means two things, as things inevitably do around the carnival. It means that you'll be the monarch, as in the ruling royalty. You'll also be the monarch in the sense of a monarch butterfly. And you'll be giving a small set of wings that will literally make you fly. Not these fake wings, but actual wings.
Ooh. That's interesting.
So the other option, which I think is more risky, you could take Mr. Light's Witchlight vein. That would also give you leverage over them. It's your choice.
I think we should become the Witchlight monarch.
Mm.
And if we rule, they will have to tell us.
Now you can choose either thing you want. My advice is to go for the pocket watch. It's smaller and is always tucked inside Mr. Witch's pocket, whereas Mr. Witchlight is really seen without the vein in hand. But I must concede that the vein would yield much more leverage with Witch and Light. So steal either one. I'd say the watch is easier, but the vein holds more power over the carnival.
And he said the best chance to do that is at the crowning. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes, because
Why?
because Mr. Witch and Mr. Light will be separated. He said
Why are they separated at the crowning?
because Mr. Witch is presiding over the crowning inside of the big top, and sorry, Mr. Light is, and Mr. Witch more or less doesn't leave the staff area, just sends out minions and stuff to make things are running smoothly. So one of the rare times they're separated is, I guess, was during the big top extravaganza, but also at the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. Rare times that they're separated.
How can we get to Mr. Witch if he's in the staff area? Wouldn't we be suspicious if we were there?
Oh, didn't say it was easy.
I mean, especially if one or several of us are candidates for a monarch, we'd have to be at the tent in the big top, right?
Oh, as I said, I know one person who definitely won't be the monarch. Turns to Matilda.
I can turn this around.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. I mean, you can try and steal it right now if you like, but it's going to be hard. As I said, much easier to do when they're separated, but I'll leave it up to you.
It's just that none of us are thieves, you know. And that requires skill, I would assume.
Well, as I said, if you want to help investigate why people are disappearing, why things are disappearing, it says something dark is happening behind the Witchlight Carnival. And Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they know what it is, but they're not telling. If you are looking for help, Durla Gran could help. He's the Displacer Beast over at the Lost Property. He's a good egg. He can help you out.
Ooh, yeah, we met him. He's really nice. He's really cool. We're looking for a little kitten.
Ah, oh yes, that's most sad. A Candlefoot, the Mime, he can help you out. And Palasha, who you find over at the Silver Song Lake. She was the lady performing from the fishbowl. They're all good eggs. But I gotta say, stay away from Taco. He's untrustworthy.
Well, thank you for helping us. And I have a little something here that maybe your squirrel would like to play with, or maybe you want to keep on your person. And I show him the eerie token that I didn't give to Mr. Light earlier, because Mr. Light would probably be too smart to fall for it. But Burley hangs around them, so that might be a better target.
So can you explain this token? What's the token?
Oh yeah, link it again. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. So so it lasts until my next long rest, and I can use one of those things. And if I either use telepathic message or remote viewing, it's the token is destroyed, and I can create a new one after a new long rest.
Okay, cool.
So I can either message someone holding onto the item or view from the item. Like it's both scrying or sending in a miniature version.
Okay, nice.
By the way, is Speak to Animal still up? It lasts for like 10 minutes.
Oh, yep, I see that. Cool. Oh, sure, yeah, Mr. Nibbles would like that. That's great. I mean, Mr. Nibbles needs all the help he can get. He lost his brother not that long ago. And,
Oh, how did that happen? That's sad.
I'm not sure. It's tragic. I cried for hours. But look, if you manage to go to the land of the fairies, the Feywild, would you mind looking for something for me too?
Of course. What would you like?
Well, I said people are missing, and my brother's been missing. His name's Hurley. Really, I misses my brother tremendously, but no one really knows what happens to Hurley. But everyone knew he didn't really fit in here. Like, I found my place here, but Hurley's vanished as well. And when I say missing people, I include my brother in that list. So if you do get there, could you keep an eye out for Hurley, please? He's a
Of
simple
course.
guy.
Can you describe him?
Well, he looks like me, except he doesn't wear a pumpkin on his head.
Oh. Has what was it, Mr. Nibbles, or what was the squirrel's name?
Oh yeah. This is Mr. Nibbles, yeah.
Yeah, Nibbles. Has Mr. Nibbles ever been around your brother?
No.
No. Okay. You would you perhaps be willing to lend us Mr. Nibbles on the journey to the Feywild, so maybe he can sniff your brother out? If you got similar scents, he might be useful.
Make a persuasion check.
Boo, Coon.
Oh,
Oh no, Mr. Nibbles loves me. I think he'll be good, and I smell quite differently to my brother. He's more of the traditional bugbear type. Grumpy, short-tempered. Doesn't look to better himself like I do. Sure, it's okay. I'll get Mr. Nibbles.
Perhaps Mr. Nibbles would like to volunteer for this quest. I'm sure he'd like to make you happy by helping us find your brother.
Oh no, I know Mr. Nibbles better than you. He can stay with me.
Okay then. By the way, you said he was a bugbear? I thought he was a hobgoblin.
Oh, he is a.
Unless
Sorry.
Burley is a hobgoblin, Hurley is a
I might have
bugbear.
got mistaken. They're both bugbears.
Bugbears, okay.
Both bugbears. Yep, that's my mistake. Okay, well, I think we've talked long enough, guys. Got to get back to work, and I think just by the fact how long we've talked, I'm raising suspicion. But if you want
Of
to
course.
help Hurley, if you want to help people here, get the watch or the vein. And with that, Hurley nods and goes back to work.
By the way, Malcolm, my speak with animals lasts for like 10 minutes. Is it still up at this moment?
Nope.
Okay.
Can recast it, of course, assuming you have the slots.
Yeah, I have one slot left, but it might come in handy later. Maybe not.
Okay. Right, with that,
I can speak to
Mhm.
the animal, I just can't understand it. I've got
Oh, yeah.
speak of beast and leaf.
Should we go see some other attraction? Maybe the Silver Song Lake and talk to Pashka and
Yeah.
then the others.
By the way, as Burley is leaving, it looks he's gonna write like the story about my conversation with the squirrel, because at this point, I guess you guys don't know what we've been speaking about.
nope.
And I'm gonna write the story about
Oh,
the
I didn't
squirrel's
even know.
brother. Yeah, so I'm gonna write the story about the squirrel's brother, that it was killed by Burley. It was an accident. And that we should probably try to help the squirrel, as it could probably tell us some more stuff. And I'm gonna write about what the squirrel told me about Mr. Light, that he was seen taking this halfling and killing it as well, because he was causing misery at the festival. or wasn't causing. He was destroying laughter, I guess. So that's something to be aware of.
Oh boy. This Mr. Light seems like a really scary guy.
Lots of people are going missing, and people's things are going missing, and I think it's all got to do with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe the troublemakers are going missing, and I look at Matilda.
We need to find out if the kitten was a troublemaker, and then that might confirm your suspicion.
True.
Ooh, yeah.
But I think we should make everyone laugh more and uplift the mood, just to make sure Mr. Light we stay in his good books.
This making people laugh, making children laugh, it's like the direct opposite of what my mom's told me to do, but it's okay, I can do it. I'll rebel. Yeah. I guess it's a bit late for my teenage rebellion, but yeah.
Astreus looks at Matilda and goes, "Oh, we could make everyone sad, and you could get your neck snapped."
No, yeah, that's a good point. Just if you see me try to do something that's obviously not going to make someone happy, just please stop me. I'm not good with people, actually. I would prefer objects and cats.
Okay, shall we make our way to the lake and talk on the way?
Okay, so you head along to.
Should we go through here, because we weren't on this section of the carnival yet, and then to the lake? Because I want to know what these stones are. Just like Stonehenge or something, or those what is it? Those stone statues on the islands, Easter Island.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you head to Silver Song Lake via this area here, and there's nothing. There are. You see, there's a couple of games going here. One appears to be some type of gnome poetry contest. And you see a gnome saying, "Sound the chime, it's time to rhyme. You bring the poem, we bring the gnome." Encouraging people to enter this gnome poetry contest. And there's also another person saying, "Strong folks, test your mettle in a goblin wrestle." So there's a gnome poetry contest here and goblin wrestling. Let me know if you guys would like to try one of them.
I think it looks like the strength one.
I think Matilda would like to try the rhyming contest.
Okay.
Kun would as well, I guess.
Okay. So I'll just paste it into Discord. It's being annoying again. Actually, I know how to bring it up. Just a sec. There we go. Here's the gnome poetry contest. So, you want to try, Matilda? The gnome poetry contest?
Oh yeah, me and June.
Cool. Okay, so you hear the gnome saying, "Sound the chime, it's time to rhyme. You bring the poem, we'll bring the gnome. Are you, sir, the minstrel, it seems? Haha, you surely cannot outperform me. I am truly the most magnificent poet in all of this time. So let's hear your best poem, and let's see if you can outpoem me." Cool. If you like, you can make me a performance check.
will do. Sorry. The same button that I use for push to talk also changes the page on my browser to one page back. So I need to change it back every time I
Sure.
press it. Just a second.
No problem.
Okay, that was it.
So the first part of your poem goes well, but the gnome performs equally as well. What this is going to come down to, you're going to have to make 3 DC 15 performance checks, and you have 5 attempts to do it. So 3 DC.
Should I just roll?
Yep, so roll 3 times, you might get it in 3. That's DC 15. 2 successes. Nope. 3. So you got it on the 4th try. And the gnome it's almost like a poetry jam going back and forth, but eventually the gnome stumbles upon one of his rhymes. A halfling never great as I have seen. She flies and buzzes like a bean. I mean bee! Not a bean, a bee! Oh, my dear me. Well, fair's fair, you have won. Congratulations. I should have mentioned this costs 1 ticket punch to do.
No problem. Just punch it.
Punch it, okay. And congratulations, you have won a prize. Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, roll a d8. Cool. You get a replica unicorn horn filled with candy.
Ooh.
I'll give it to Matilda.
Thank you.
Okay. Candy.
I'm gonna stuff her face with candy.
Well, I am the greatest bard in all these times. Occasionally I stumble. Would anybody else like to take on the great gnome poet?
Matilda's gonna take her hand off and say, me.
Oh, a gruff voice. Never let it be said that poetry can't come from such a gruff voice. Let's hear your rhymes, my sweet lady.
So Matilda is going to look for into her book for a second, and then close it, and then go on her little introduction. The name's Matilda. You best remember. If not, I'll put you in a blender. Cat's Claw is my second name. It really is my claim to fame. You think I look like a witch? Why, thank you. I'm not a snitch. And then her cat is going to pop up from her hat, and she's going to say, I love Sir Fluffywort. He's so handsome. Compared to him, you look like a phantom. I'm going to point at the gnome and kind of turn this into some kind of poetry slam or something. Then she's going to jump a bit back and point to Idlux. Don't mess with my friend. He's sparkling green. If you hurt him, I'll hurl you into a ravine. Our friend has got away with words. And point to Kuhn. A master poet. Compared to him, you're more like a robot. He's going to run back and point to Astraeus. Big blue and furred. You won't like him if you hurt his herd. And she's going to bow.
You can make your performance checks with advantage. That was fantastic.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So it's going to do it in 5, DC 15.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
5 tries.
Let's see. Oof. That's one.
Yep, 19. I see it there. 19. Oh, no. The 11.
Oof.
And
No.
no. So you need 2 successful ones on these last 2.
Nope.
No. And despite the attempt there, the gnome responds with equally slamming things. Yeah, I hear that your name is Matilda, but don't worry, I killed you. Your name is Cat's Claw. All you have is flaws. Booyah. and he outslams you and Sorry, friend, no prize for you. I am the most magnificent bard in all of time. You think you can take me on a poetry slam, young girl? You are sorely mistaken.
She's gonna start growling and then just stop and just and then nod her head and bow and take off her hats. Tip her hats from.
Kuhn will just Kuhn will tell Matilda, "I thought you were way better than him."
Thank you.
Astraeus or Idolix, do you want to try? Or not goblin wrestling for that matter?
Yeah, I'd like to. Idolix would like to try the goblin wrestling.
So would Astraeus.
There's a strong folks. Test your metal in a goblin wrestle. You, sir, point you to Astraeus. You're 5 times my size. This should be a mismatch, but come on, bro. Come on, man.
I was never the strongest, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I need to punch your ticket, friend.
He pulls out his ticket and goes, I'll have this one. Hands it over so he gets punched.
Punched. All right. And the goblin. You guys start wrestling. A little crowd gathers around you. Now. Okay, so the goblin says, "You're bigger than I thought I for." He starts wrestling with you. Can you make me an athletics check, please, Astraeus? And I'm going to tell you, you need to beat an 8.
Would powerful build help?
I'm going to say yes. Since you're so much damn bigger than this, you can make me an athletics check at advantage. Oh, lucky for that advantage. So you, like I said, you just pick him up by his foot, and he kind of wriggles around. Yeah, put me down, put me down, put me down. I'll give you a prize. Put me down. Put the goblin down.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. Thanks, man. Guess I should pick on people my own size. Roll a d8 for me, Astraeus. 5, you too get a replica unicorn horn filled with candy.
And he hands that to Matilda as well.
She'll stuff her face with it.
Give me a constitution saving throw, Matilda. Which reminds me of the kids at Halloween. They just stuff their face.
No.
And it comes out once again. I mean, what haven't you thrown up? You voluntarily threw up. You threw up candy. What was the other thing you threw up on?
I think it was the yeah.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Well, there's the cakes, but there's the cupcakes, the candy now.
Poison on the
other.
ride and the carousel.
Ah, here we go.
The food, yeah.
Alright. One more. Who else? Come on. See how easy it is. It should be easy to beat me. Come on. Come at me, bros. How about you?
Yeah.
Dragony looking guy.
Idolix will walk up to him and nod his head.
Astraeus is going to hand his ticket and go, punch that ticket, please.
Alright, done. Snap. So that's 2 tickets offside of you, Astraeus. Come at me. You guys tactics now. Oh dear. Okay, make a athletics check.
Okay. Not too bad. Good.
It's much more of an even battle. It's not as comical as Astraeus holding this goblin up by the leg. But you eventually manage to pin the goblin and he can't move. Man, I'm in the wrong game. Very fair though, you've won. Here, have a prize. And roll a d8 for me, Idolix.
1d8.
3. Now he gives you a packet. Inside the packet is some dust. That's a good find there. This is a bit of pixie dust. And he explains to you what it does. This is what it does. one use.
Okay, cool.
Well done, but man, I gotta talk to the boss. I mean, I'm doing a very good job here. And he scuffles off, effectively closing down the
Oh.
goblin prison. I mean, he rolled a natural 4 for his second strength check and a natural 9 for his first strength check, so not so good.
Before the goblin leaves, I'm gonna like clap him on the shoulders and show in my book where I've written that I think he did a great job compared to its size. You.
Thanks, friend. Okay. And you guys, I assume, wander off to the Silver Swan Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I need to go collect some kids, so that's where we'll end for tonight/this afternoon. But always fun playing with you guys, but I do need to dash.
Yep.